What is going on, YouTube? It is good to see you beautiful people jumping in the chat room so fast. Of course, there's almost like 400 of you here already. Make sure you do me a solid. Hit that like. It helps the algorithm. Share this face right here, okay? Share this face. It is the year of the turtle, just not Turtle Boy. Bad luck for Turtle Boy. Things not looking so good for Karen Reed. Okay, so by that, I guess you guys know what we are talking about tonight. We are talking the Karen Reed case, and of course, Turtle Boy's appearance in court today. How's everybody doing? Y'all doing good out there in YouTube land? I hope you are. I hope you are. Okay, so let's start it with a little recap of Karen Reed. Karen Reed is accused of allegedly running over her boyfriend, John O'Keefe, after a late night of drinking and partying with their friends. Just in case you don't know who she is, I just want to fill everybody in, just in case you live in a cave or you're not a turtle rider, okay? Turtle rider and turtle gang, not the same thing. Totally not the same thing. I know what you're thinking. How dare them be turtles? I was thinking the same thing. You're messing with my crew. You're making the turtle gang look bad, but we ain't turtle riders. We're turtle gang. Never mistake it. There's only one. There's only one. So Karen Reed apparently had some warrants served on her to take electronic devices, to seize some of her cell phones so they can get in and see what she's been doing, right? She's been doing some sneaky stuff, right? She's been using the Signal app. Now, I've heard something about this Signal app, and I heard that it's usually used by drug dealers, okay? Because it is an encrypted app that a lot of people use so they can sell drugs online, okay? So, but it could also be used for other things when you don't want your message to be discovered. When you're talking about things you don't want nobody to ever find. Here's my thing. When the police showed up at Karen Reed's house to get these devices, she took 45 minutes to answer the door to the police, and she wiped all her electronic devices. Now tell me that don't make you look guilty as shit, okay? Yeah, you can have my cell phone, but, you know, I deleted everything off of it. But here's the thing people don't know. Anything you do on your cell phone is sent to the cloud, right? And you can believe the FBI and the police and all these people are investigated, and they're watching that phone. So they already know what she done on the phone. The reason I believe they wanted the phones is because they got to have proof, not just data that she did it, which they have the data that says what she did. That's why they went and served these warrants to get these electronic devices. Now, you know, the turtle riders out there, okay? They're going to scream that this is illegal, that they wrongfully searched her stuff. But why be so suspect? Why be paying Turtle Boy? Look, you start getting into these things right here where groups of people are taking part in illegal activity. That is a federal crime. It falls under the RICO Act. Okay, there's one thing I know. Before I came into true crime, I did like a year straight covering RICO charges. Okay, this is when you have a group of people that are committing crimes together, and you can't pin the crime on one person. Okay, then it's organized crime, and then you just have to tie the people together to one person that has committed a crime, and that falls under the RICO. This is how they took out the mob. Okay, this is how you stop corruption. And when you can't look, back in the day, they used to have somebody called the fall guy. Anybody ever heard of that? The fall guy. So if anything went wrong, this was the dude that took the blame for the mob. They had a fall guy for everything. He would confess the crimes he didn't commit. He was the dude that goes to prison. He gets his stripes in prison. So they couldn't take out crime bosses. So once they were able to tie a crime boss to this dude that committed the crime, they used the RICO Act to swoop in and arrest all of them and put them in prison. So the way Karen Reed is going and her crew, it seems like they may be breaking some federal laws. Now, I ain't no expert, but I know she's in a world of trouble at this point. I said the other day, I was like, look, man, I think she's going to get off. But PJ keeps arguing with me. PJ, she's like, look, they got something. When they up that charge to second-degree murder, they got something. She's like, you got to believe me. I'm like, I'm trying to believe you, but look, this is a white woman with money, okay? They don't usually put those people in prison for the rest of their life. I hate to say that in this world. It ain't a fair shake in this world. I've been telling that to people forever. If you was broke, you think this, you would already be in prison. You'd already be in prison. This is the difference in between having money in this country and not having money. This lady's living her best life. Why Turtle Boy, which is, you know, he is the biggest simp for a criminal person I've ever seen. And then we got grown men simping off of him. It is the craziest thing. This dude is an idiot. Turtle Boy is an absolute idiot. For anybody out there that thinks this guy is got any common sense and this ain't a grift, a total grift, all right, you better get the hell out of here. You can't even talk to me. You can't even talk to me because I know better than that. I know con people when I see con people. This dude didn't give a shit about Karen Reed. He cared about this money, okay? And this money done got him in a world of trouble. He's sitting in a cell. Let me tell you this, because Dolly been locked up. The worst thing you can do is sit in a cell by yourself. Your demons are killing you the whole night, okay? The whole night, they just slicing you apart. He's probably laying there crying, and he's playing this role when he talks to people like he's tough. Like, yeah, I'm going to have some street cred. No, you ain't. You wasn't even in the pod, you little sissy. You in PC. They're keeping you safe in the jail. You talking about he writing blogs now like he Tupac, okay? He been sitting in jail, what, 30 days? And he thinks he's gangster already and shit. Talking about he run to jail. And this dude is whack in his mind. So he goes to court today. Of course, he blows a kiss to somebody. I mean, he's probably got used to blowing them kisses in jail because that's probably what the inmates are doing to him behind the bars. They blowing him kisses while Baby Gap ejacks to him, okay? Listen, so I had to throw that in there. I said I wasn't going to do that in 2024. I just had to throw that one in there because, look, when you're a grown man and all you've done in the last month is videos about another man, you might need a little help. And one of these things, you know, every now and then you got to smack these little babies around on these YouTube streets that think they're somebody they ain't, okay? So, you know, this man gets lucky and catches a life raft, okay? He jumps into a community just to grab their viewers, right? Grabs a life raft, and he's starting to get some views, right? Now he wants to shit on somebody. Make this make sense, people. Proud of destroying their channel, okay? Proud of destroying somebody's channel. He was sending nude images to another man, and today he celebrates destroying this man's channel. That is the people you got simping for Turtle Boy, okay? If Turtle Boy ain't bad enough, you got these shitty people that want to take up his spot. I don't get it. I just do not absolutely get it. So, of course, Turtle Boy is going to be in jail for the next 30 days. So that gives these two losers out here that have been poaching off his viewers, that gives them 30 more days of poaching. All right. Because, you know, look, these same dudes are out here that are taking up for Turtle Boy. They're going to be the sad ones when he gets out of jail. Grifting off that man's name, grifting off that man's channel. You getting that? Look, if you got true crime in your channel name and you ain't made a video about nothing but Turtle Boy, I hate to tell you, you're not a fucking true crime channel. Okay. You're a Turtle Boy channel. So we got a couple Turtle Boy channels out here. It is just too much. It is just too much. So Turtle Boy went back to the cell today, sad. Karen Reed has something to hide. And you know, in a lot of these messages, they're saying that Karen Reed has said she has hit John O'Keefe. Now, are they going to be able to prove that? This is where me and PJ argue. This is where me and PJ argue. I think enough money can buy you out of that little bit of evidence. It ain't a lot, right? There ain't a lot of evidence. There's no eyewitnesses. A little bit of money can buy you out of that one. But PJ keeps saying that these text messages are will be the ones that get her. Okay, the text messages, and that's why these phones are probably so important. And of course, say no to e-jacking. No e-jacking, people. So a lot of these viewers that he has poached, you know, going back to Baby Gap, a lot of these viewers he's poached, they don't know the type of trashy stuff he done. Okay, that the channel he's talking about, all the trashy things he got up there and did on that channel, as far as calling women cunts, discussing things, saying he didn't care about the true crime shit, he didn't like being on YouTube, blah 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 blah. And then as soon as he gets some views, he's like, yeah, fuck them dudes, I destroyed that channel, I reported it to Twitter. Yo, rat ass dude, right? That is some rat ass stuff right there. Okay, we got a baby snitch running the YouTube streets, simping for another man, sitting on that lap. He ain't made a video that don't have Turtle Boy or something to do with Karen Reed in the last 30 days. Okay, 30 days straight he's been riding that lap. Terrible. That is terrible. So I don't think Turtle Boy is helping the Karen Reed case whatsoever. Not a little bit, not a tiny bit, none. You don't see her out here going free Turtle Boy. Anybody see her say free Turtle Boy? One turtle rider. I know we got one hiding in the bushes. Look, we don't kick you. We're not an echo chamber around here. You can come in here and think Karen Reed is innocent as shit. Okay? All you want, you can hashtag free Karen Reed all you want. If you love Turtle Boy, we don't give a damn. We ain't mad at you. I ain't. You know what I'm saying? I'm not an echo chamber like that. Every time I go in a group that's a free John O'Keefe group and I say something about Karen Reed being guilty, I get blocked. Okay, so them groups, them Facebook groups, they're nothing but echo chambers for Turtle Boy. That's it. You can't have an opinion. You can't have a discussion because everything is a conspiracy. So I've been kicked from every Karen Reed group. You can't have an opinion. If you go against anybody in this world, they don't want to discuss it with you. Here's my thing. I don't care if you think I'll discuss it with you. Okay. You think she's innocent and she should be free. That's great. I ain't mad at you. I don't see why you got to block somebody for having an opinion. We live in a world where everything's our way or no way. So you can't have an open debate with a justice for John O'Keefe. If you really wanted justice for John O'Keefe, you would have an open debate, a fair discussion, but you don't. You run from it. They hide from it. They can't give you a motive. It's just the cops are bad. They're crooked. It's mellow. It's mellow. It's just absolutely stupid. And they're taking hit by hit every day. Boom, getting busted upside the turtle shell. Okay. Good thing we got strong turtle shells. We ain't got to worry about that. But they're taking hit day after day. You know, they're all celebrating Turtle Boy going to get out. No, Turtle Boy ain't getting close to getting out. And when he goes to court in 30 days, he ain't getting out then either. They are not letting this man out before Karen Reed goes to trial. I guarantee you that. Okay, I'll put that in writing. When I go sit in that court to see the Karen Reed court case, which I will be there, I guarantee you Turtle Boy still be locked up. They're not going to let him out to cause any chaos before this case starts. That's why they wanted him in jail in the first place. So now he's there. You think they're going to let him out so he can ramp it right back up right before the trial starts? Not a chance in hell is he getting out. Not a chance in hell. So all you little turtle riders that are sitting around praying like this for next month to come and he getting out, I hate to break it to you. I hate to be the bearer of bad news to you. That ain't happening. Now, here's one good thing I will tell you, turtle riders. I believe they're going to let Karen Reed go. Okay? I said it. They're going to let her go. The damn white woman with money with a good job. She ain't going to jail. Okay? She ain't going to jail. She ain't. They go make up some shit. Damn Santa Claus hit him with the reindeers. Nobody's seen it. She ain't, and she has a really good. I don't have to say this. That Tim Bradle dude that Turtle Boy got is an idiot. Absolutely idiot. Karen Reed, she got a badass attorney. That dude is good. Okay. Her team is good. I don't know what did Turtle Boy hire that dude with food stamps, right? Did he pay that dude with an EBT card? The Tim Bradle dude is absolute idiot. He is an echo chamber for Turtle Boy. The same thing that group is. These Facebook groups. Like, look, so Turtle Boy's in jail. His mod is calling the jail. And look, the lawyers done told them that this Jennifer, what is it, Altman? Jennifer Altman is his like paralegal or a lawyer. So she's able to call the jail and them not monitor the phone calls because, you know, they can't monitor the calls between you and your legal counsel and have conversations with Turtle Boy while he's in jail. Okay, so there's messages between them, and I have those messages. You can believe that. So, you know, like I said, Turtle Boy in court today, he was blowing kisses. You know, I'm sure he's been blowing other things while he's been in the pod in the jail for that 1 hour he gets out to get his hair trimmed up, right? So to listen to this dude make these prison posts, and first off, he is not in prison. He's in a soft ass city jail. Some cupcake shit, okay? He ain't in no major city. Our jails look like gladiator schools. He's in some cupcake shit in the middle of nowhere. A fucking hour from Boston. He's in there with like 3 dudes and they're all named Daryl. Daryl, my cousin Daryl, my other cousin Daryl. And he's up in there talking cash shit like he's Tupac. Okay? I shake my head at it. I'm like, dude, this dude's a damn idiot. And people take this shit serious. Karen Reed don't even take it serious. She won't even say his name. Say his name, Karen Reed. I dare you. I dare Karen Reed. Karen Reed, just come out and say turtle. Just turtle. You ain't got to say boy. I bet you she ain't got one turtle picture in her house. Okay. She is distancing herself so far from this idiot that she couldn't get no farther away. My other cousin, I'm just saying, that's where he's at. He puffing his chest up in a cell with nobody in it. He ready to fight himself. Only thing he hearing is trays. Okay. Your whole blog should say at 10 a.m., 5 in the morning, trays. 11 o'clock, trays. 6 o'clock p.m., trays. That's your whole fucking day. Okay. I could have wrote your whole blog in 3 words. Trays, trays, trays. That's it. That's the only thing you hearing. Okay. And them dirty ass phone calls where you getting these people to post all this shit on your thing. Nobody act like they got access to a channel, but Baby Gap, this fucking Fred Durst wannabe, all these people got access to the channel. And where you think they're getting the information from? I'll be surprised if he don't lose his fucking phone privileges. And the lawyer's in trouble. The Bradle dude, Tim Bradle, that dude is an idiot. Okay, look, let's look at his messages. I just want to pull that up for you guys. Oh, let me pull this over here so you guys can see it. We blow it up. And these are the messages between Turtle Boy, his mod, and the lawyer. Okay. Bam. Okay, so here we go. Tim, I told you twice I'm not an attorney. And then it goes, no, I know you didn't. No, I know you did, but wasn't that after the call? I was just confused about it. It was an honest mistake. Now, how many people believe it was an honest mistake? That he told these people that this lady worked for him, or he was a paralegal or with the office. It was on the call, and then you asked again, and I said no. And then when the jail called me and asked, I made it clear I wasn't an attorney. So this lady been calling. The jail thinks she's one of the attorneys, and they've been letting him talk to her this whole time. So, and then she's going to say she don't have no access to the channel. Those 60 plus calls are of Courtney, not me. So he's in there getting calls all day long, like it's his lawyer calling, and it ain't nothing but his mods calling from outside saying they work with the law office. Look, his lawyer's gonna be in trouble for this shit. He's talking about it's an honest mistake. Does that seem like an honest mistake to you? He knew that lady wasn't a lawyer. He knew that was one of Turtle Boy's mods. Everybody around knew it was a Turtle Boy mod. It says when you and me and Courtney had a call, I had 2 or 3 calls with Turtle Boy the entire time he's been in prison. One, he's not in prison, he's in jail. I have not spoken to him 60 times. That's Courtney. Sorry, it's just an honest mistake. For some reason, I had you hooked up in my mind. Let's see what it says. With Altman, and Altman, as I said, you did the right thing. They called you and you said you weren't. Okay. So apparently the jail called him, but Mello found out, right? Mello found out. Now the lawyer is in trouble over it. Turtle Boy, you ain't gonna be talking to your mods no more like that. Okay. So the days of just having them free calls with your mods and sitting around and being able to say what you want and tell them what to post, them days are over. Now all your calls will be monitored, except from with Tim Bradle, that idiot. And you won't be putting out this stuff anymore. And this goes into these people harassing, to continuing to blame people, police officers that didn't have nothing to do with the death of John O'Keefe, like your Baby Gaps, your fucking LTL, or whoever the fuck that, Fred Durst, okay? The Nookie dude, he did it all for the Nookie. You got people simping for this guy, and he's a horrible, terrible person. It just don't make good sense to me. If Karen Reed won't even say his name, why should the people in the free Karen Reed movement be like free Turtle Boy? She don't even want the dude free. Why ain't she out there marching for Turtle Boy? Why ain't she spoke up about Turtle Boy being arrested? Why ain't she said anything about Turtle Boy assaulting a pregnant woman? You think she's going to do that? I think Karen Reed's smarter than that. I think she's smarter, way, way smarter than that. So the bad news for them is they got evidence against Karen Reed. That they wouldn't have came for the phones that they didn't already know. When they come, they already know. They just need them cell phones to be able to show the physical proof. But they got the data. They were monitoring them calls, them messages, and all that shit. Only 319 likes and 727 people in the room. Yep. Oh, shit. All right, y'all take a second. Y'all hit that like button. All right. This way I ain't got to say it 1,000 times tonight. PJ ain't on my neck. Dolly got to eat. Okay. I got to eat, and I got to keep these damn lights on. If not, I'm going to make a whole month worth of videos on Turtle Boy. Okay. Don't make me do it. Don't make me do it. Okay. Of course, guys, hit the like button if you got a second. If you're cool. If you ain't cool, you ain't got to hit it. I only want cool people hit my like button. So if you cool, touch it up. It's like a homie dap. You know what I'm saying? That like button's like a homie dap. We homies, you go ahead and hit it. You know what I'm saying? If we ain't, peace out. I don't care. Don't hurt my feelings none. Anyway, Karen Reed, big trouble. Turtle Boy sitting there right now staring at a brick wall. Okay. I'm thinking it's probably yellow or white. That's usually the colors of the brick walls in jail. Yellow and white is what I've come to discover of my mishaps. Okay. But one thing about this is you wouldn't hold me like that because I'd be like, yo, take me to the pod right when I get there. I'd rather deal with all the people in the pod than nothing. Just who do you talk to? Right? You just stare at a wall all day, all night. And he done that to himself because he's a sissy. Okay. He puts off this big, tough persona. But when I guarantee you, now I'm going to tell you this because I got experience. I've been there. I've been there with a lot tougher people than Turtle Boy. And I've seen a lot of grown men cry. Okay. I've seen a lot of grown men cry in my day. And I can tell you now, that dude might as well wear a baby diaper in the jail. Might as well put a baby diaper, Pampers, pull-ups. The deputies probably feel bad for him. Every time they walk by, I got to look at a dude crying. It's sad, right? It's sad. I did it when I was in jail. I walked by and people just be laying on their bunks crying for like weeks at a time. Look, here's the thing. Get with the program on anything. Anything that's miserable in this world that you endure. The quicker you set a program and a routine to it, the better off you're going to be. I'm just telling you that from experience. Set a routine. But the bad thing is this, listen, karma in this world will bite you in the ass. It will bite you in the ass. Everything I've ever done wrong, I paid for. Multiple times. Multiple times bad. Okay. Karma is real as shit. For anybody out there that don't believe it, it is a real thing. And it's coming to get you. And that's what karma did to Turtle Boy. He had every opportunity. And he made a lot of money to stop. Okay. But greed set in. He's 108,000 up right now. Would you do 90 days in jail? Me and PJ were talking about this at dinner tonight, right? And PJ, I'll tell you what I said. PJ, she said, well, he's raised about $108,000. And she was like, would you go to jail for that much money? I said, shit, they could come lock me up at the dinner table. They could handcuff me right now, put me in the pod right now for $108,000 to do 90 days in jail, right? All day long. Come get me. You know, so you ain't even got to come get me. I'll turn myself in. Yeah, it's like shit. Yeah, where I'll show up at. Give me the address. It's the worst prison. She just take me. $108,000. I'll shank 3 people, get out and be banking. I knew you would go. I didn't. You know that. That's how I weigh life out, right? When you do something stupid, I always decide, is this worth going to jail over? And if the answer is yes, then I'm going to jail. It's just as simple as that. There's some things I'll be like, nah, man, this ain't worth going to jail over. But then there's sometimes I'll be like, fuck jail. Ain't like I ain't never been before. Won't be the last time. You know what I'm saying? So that's who you dealing with. When you approach me, just remember that, people. I weigh life out by like, are you worth going to jail over? And if you ain't, I'll leave you alone. But if you are, you better stay back. So Turtle Boy ain't getting out. Karen Reed, I still think, even with this, unless something shocker comes out, like something mind-blowing, like where she confesses, you know, and says, I ran his ass over and did it purposely. I just don't see this lady going to prison. She's already been out for too long. She's living her best life. She's probably drinking wine right now. I know she looks guilty, but she's been looked guilty. The whole wiping the phones and things like that, yeah, it makes her look suspect. But she's always looked suspect from the very beginning. Could I back over him? Did I back over him? She knew where he was at when nobody else did. She left him there. I mean, she's always looked suspect to me. And for all the people that are like, free Karen Read, they know she did it. You know what I'm saying? I hate to say, I get it. Y'all want her free. Okay, free her. I don't care if she gets out. I don't got no dog in the fight, right? Free the fucking lady. But y'all know she did it. Let's be honest, 100 with each other. If you really think this lady's innocent, like, I'd really like to have that conversation with you. Okay? I really would. Because I just, like, I don't care if they lock the lady up. I think she should be, because I'm an eye for an eye kind of person. But I do agree there's just no really way to prove if she accidentally did it or if she purposely did it. And it's questionable if she did it. So I look at that and say, okay, in her position of not being in no trouble, she's financially secure, she got a good job, she's educated. That's a hard person to lock up. Sometimes you got to give an honest person the benefit of the doubt when you know they've never been in no trouble. I don't think she's telling the truth. And she seems super suspect, and she's done a lot of dirty, underhanded things. It's definitely connected to Turtle Boy. One, the defense team shouldn't be paying people to harass witnesses. Okay, that's when we're getting into like really bad stuff. Gene, I can say get paid. She doesn't cry. She calls John by his full name. I just read people and feel she did it. Yeah. Who calls? She's out there talking about justice for John O'Keefe. Why don't she out there going, I want justice for the man I love, crying, sad? None of that. None of that. She shows no emotion. She's smiling and laughing in the courtroom. She's looking at the camera. I think she enjoys the attention. I think this is the most attention this woman's ever gotten in her whole entire life. And she's sucking that shit up like Sebastian Bach of Skid Row. You know, it's just like she's looking at the camera, you know, like it's a show. It's a show. And the worst part of this is Karen Read is going to get away with it. Okay. It could have been an accident, but she's going to get away with committing that accident drunk. And you got to remember, every one of these turtle riders want to take out the consideration that this woman was drunk that night. You drink damn 7 vodkas and sodas and see where you at. I know this. I couldn't drink 7 vodka. I done ran over everybody on the block. They would have been pulling the car out the house. I probably would have hit everything on the way out. Like pinball machine. 7 vodkas and sodas in. But I'm sure this lady drank a little bit, you know, and she probably could handle 7 vodkas and cranberries or sodas better than I could. 7 do me in. I'd be done. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, it depends on how long of a time that was over. Like if that was a whole day, maybe. But if I power bomb 7 drinks in a few hours, oh yeah, I'm running into the house. Hell with John O'Keefe. I'm running over to people sleeping in bed. Don't drink and drive, people. This is how accidents happen. But to spin this, that there's these dirty cops. There's dirty paramedics, dirty firefighters, dirty DAs, dirty everything. Anything. Look, I know it's the defense's job to put doubt out there. Okay? To put doubt out there, that's their job. And they've done their job. They've put some doubt out there. But we really ain't going to know till it goes to trial and we hear expert testimony of what these call logs are and what's in her phone and these other things that they know about that they haven't released yet. And there may be some game changers in that. I'm not absolutely positive that's going to be the case. And I'm still going to hold with this. My prediction. Karen Read is going to walk. That is my prediction. The evidence they got against her, it points to her. But I don't think it says it's her. But even though I believe she did it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just thinking in the courts, take my opinion out of it. She walks. Turtle Boy, he's going to be found guilty as shit. Okay. What is this? Upchurch. Short list says Upchurch. I deleted the extra fake PJ. Y'all is okay. Okay. So anyway, I will be there in Boston for the Karen Reed trial. So make sure y'all watch. Okay. I will be there, sitting there, waving, sliding around on the bench like JLR. Okay. Y'all see me. You can't miss me. This face hard to miss. This face hard to miss. Gene, you are listening to all these people, and Turtle Boy has told many lies. Oh, some of the things Turtle Boy has said is so foul and disgusting. Hold on, PJ. I'm gonna pull up some of them videos you sent me too. This man says some of the nastiest things, talking about sleeping with animals. He's Dom Wells. There's some videos where he's talking about he don't want to sleep with a cat because a cat will scratch it. He'd rather sleep with a dog. Well, what human being says shit like? He was in front of a school talking about he's a damn sex goblin. Some of this stuff, man, I couldn't even believe it. PJ was showing it to me, and I was shaking my head like, oh my God, how do these people follow this guy? Did they not watch this shit? Did they not see it? Like, hold on a minute. Let me see which video it is. Oh, this is where he's blowing the, that ain't it. That's him blowing the kiss. Let me see which one this is. Oh, let me see what this is.
Hey, don't. Yeah, it's like people like, oh, he's being mean to her. He said that he doesn't care about domestic violence. I don't.
Okay, so that's him saying he don't care about domestic violence. Could y'all hear that? That's why he's in jail right now for his statement right there. Oh, he's being mean to her. I don't care about domestic violence. Well, I bet you care now. Why is he in jail? Domestic violence. That's why he's in jail. Putting his hands on a pregnant woman. Trying to intimidate a witness. That's why he's in jail right now. They revoked his bond. They put his ass in jail. He got court 30 more days. And then he still ain't getting out because they're going to keep him quiet till this Karen Reed stuff's over with. To the court system, Turtle Boy's an idiot. Okay? They're just trying to get this high profile case done with. And they got idiots to deal with in the process of that. So they could give two shits about Turtle Boy. They're just going to put him on ice until they figure out what's going to happen with Karen Reed. And then they're going to put him on a whole bunch of probation. He ain't going to be able to pop all them addies and do all that coke he does. Or he's going to be pissing in a cup, you know? So his whole jacked up, amped up, you know, going through withdrawal, having ass. That's what he complained about in his first blog out. The withdrawals from years and years of being on Adderall. You might as well say, dude, you fucking doing meth. You know, he in there shaking. That's why they got you in the medical pod, you junkie. Okay. Good Lord. Coming off all them drugs. And he in there talking about other people are damn meth heads and drug addicts. Bro, have you looked at yourself? You the one in there crying, talking about, oh, I'm coming off of these addies. I don't know what to do. Sad, bro. It's sad. But hold on. I want to find this video where this dude's outside of a school saying that he's a sex goblin. Now, I don't know if that's the place to be saying that you a sex goblin is to be standing in front of a school. Nope, that ain't it. Hold on. It might be the next one. Nope, that ain't it either. Holy shit. How many videos did you send me, PJ? That ain't it. Oh, this is where he's talking about sleeping with the dog.
Probably be easier to fuck a dog, just being throwing that out there. Who would want to fuck a cat? They will scratch you and nobody wants to fuck a cat. People will fuck a dog because we doggy style. It's the most popular, it's the most American thing you could do, right? Doggy style. Dog, human, doggy style, same thing, you know?
kill myself.
And you should.
I'm gonna kill myself because of you.
You won't do it.
Yeah, I should.
You won't.
Exactly.
You won't do it.
Exactly. So I hope you post this video online too.
You won't. Are you saying you're going to do it? Are you really going to do it?
Yep, I'm gonna kill myself because of you.
This is horrible to even listen to. See what I'm saying? He's encouraging people like, he talking about, this is the people they back. They back this dude, right? Man's over there talking about banging a dog. Okay? He's over here encouraging people to unalive themselves. Like, it is the grimiest type of stuff ever. And to see these people that say they're true crime channels out here backing this shit, and nothing, all your videos are nothing but Karen Reed and Turtle Boy shit, you should be, y'all, nobody got no respect for that shit.
Can you live stream?
Trying to ruin my life. My girlfriend's family knows about it now, and I'm hurt.
Live.
See, he doesn't, this dude don't care. This, and like, this ain't the first time he's done crazy shit like this, try to destroy people, use pornography to blackmail women with things of that nature. Hold on a second. Let me see what's getting sent to me. Okay, people send me some crazy messages. They're like, your intro, you need to pull your pants up. Okay.
Live stream that shit.
Know about it.
You're gonna kill yourself. I'll pull a Michelle Carter right now.
I'm gonna kill myself, yo. I'm gonna kill myself.
You won't.
Listen to that. That is crazy. I don't really want to play that on my channel. That's so bad. What a terrible person. Let me see if I can find this other video where he's talking about he's the damn sex goblin out in front of the school. Let me see if it's it. This is it.
So, I have no fucking clue where I am. I'm on a fucking road right now. But...
Oh, this is where he's doing the Ernie Shell. This is where he was talking about walking out in the traffic like Ernie Shell.
And that I love you. That's all. That's all I really wanted to say to you. You have no idea the thoughts that go through my head. You have no fucking clue. I hear shit.
I bet you do. You're crazy as shit. It's all them drugs you on.
I battle it fucking constantly. And I reached out to you tonight because I really thought you were fucking different. I really thought you were fucking different. I was really hoping you were fucking different. And you can't even fucking talk to me. But I just wanted to let you know. That you made the last 2 months of my life worth living. And I just can't do it anymore.
Okay, so he's all manic, you know, trying to walk out in the traffic like Ernie Shell and shit. Listen, the dude is a grind ball. And like, I get free Karen Reed. Karen Reed probably wasn't a bad person before this. I get it. You want a free Karen Reed. But this scumbag ass dude that is the spokesperson for her movement is tearing her movement apart. It's making her look so trashy, so bad, like daily. Why you ain't see her wearing no damn Turtle Boy shirt? You don't see her out there when the Turtle Boy goes to court. You don't see her stalking Turtle Boy. You don't see her in the chats of Turtle Boy. You don't see her saying nothing. She distanced herself so far from that idiot, far as she can humanly get. And of course, I don't blame her. Let me see if this is the video. I cannot find that video to save the life of me.
Climax, you fucking killed that baby. That's your fault. Why'd you kill the baby? You piece of shit. You killed that baby, motherfucker. You think it's a choice to get Climax? You
Okay, this dude is weird. Every clip I clip on, and he is just weirder and weirder. All right, let me see what this is. That's him going to jail. Hold on, let me close some of these. I can't find the one that I'm looking for. All right, hold on. That's the third one. Is it the fourth one? Oh, here it is. Got it. Got it. This is one I thought was totally horrible. So this is some of the stuff he's saying out in front of a school. Okay, let's jump over to this.
I am a dignified member of the media. I am Pope Turtleboy. I am. You're out of school saying you're a sex goblin. Yes, I am sex goblin. That's what they call me.
He is literally at a school saying he's a sex goblin.
I am a dignified member of the media. I am Pope Turtle. I am. You're out of school saying you're a sex goblin. Yes, I am sex goblin. That's what they call me.
He just said he was a sex goblin. Okay. He's at a school screaming that he is media and he is a sex goblin. And now, I don't know why the clip won't play. 1,000 likes and Lolo gets a treat. That is right, guys. If you're just tuning in, 1,000 likes, my little dog gets a treat. So make sure you hit the like button for my little dog, even if you hate my face. Now tell me, could you back somebody like this? If you back Turtle Boy, look, I won't be mad at you. Be honest. Press 1 in the chat. Okay. Just press 1 in the chat if you back the sex goblin. Okay. The little sex goblin that's screaming this shit out of school. You probably should be on a registry somewhere. Like, why would you be screaming out of school? You a sex goblin. You a grown ass, old ass, jacked up on Colombian bam bam grown ass man. Added out his mind at a school screaming. You a sex goblin. Why the hell is he at a, you tell me. I don't know. When I seen it, I was just as shocked as you. Okay. Why the hell is he at a school? I don't know. Why is he screaming that at a school? Shit. You tell me. We'll be in the seriously, trigger warning, right? And that ain't even the whole clip. I don't know why I can't get the whole clip to play that PJ sent me. He said other stuff too. He was talking about he's a pope. You know what I'm saying? The pope, dude, you an idiot. Like, you think they releasing that? You think they're going to release that right before the Karen Reed trial? Oh, heck, no, that's disgusting. But listen, there's thousands of people that support the sex goblin. They support the sex goblin. What it is they support Karen Reed. And he is just like the flag waiver for Karen Reed. So they accepted him no matter what. Okay. But look what you guys have accepted. Look. Like, y'all are letting grifters in. Y'all are letting the worst people on the internet in. Don't play no more. It's a sign. Only on YouTube, right? Look, I'm going to open up the phone lines. I want to hear from you beautiful people tonight. I want to know what y'all think about what has been going down in the Karen Reed trial.
You won't blow my brains out because
let me close that because we don't want to hear him try to talk people into hurting themselves, unaliving themselves because he's a weirdo. Okay, let me close some of this stuff that I got open. And I will get us the phone lines open in 1 second. All right, phone lines are now open. Give me 1 second. Let me get the call-in number on the screen for you guys. There it is right there. Boom, 757-797-6694 is the call-in number. Turtle Boy, you ain't getting out. Karen Reed, what do you think is going to happen? Is she going to walk? Or did she have something damaging on those devices that they're going to be able to retrieve where she said she's John O'Keefe? Dolly.
Hey, Dolly, what's going on? This is Jean. I was in your chat just now.
Hey, Jean, how you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing well. Dolly, I'm on a different side here, and I know your viewers are going to be mad, but I am from Canton.
Okay. Well,
and I want these people, I want them to be clear, Dolly, but the evidence, it's just not there.
Well, give me some examples. Why do you think Karen Reed's so innocent? I don't, you know, I'm not mad at you because you think she's innocent. I don't think my child.
No, because I really, again, I know some of these people. I really want them to be clear. But when you have an investigator like Michael Proctor, first of all, he lied about the times. So the tailgate evidence goes out the door. He lied about saying the GPS in the trucks, the plow drivers. He lied and made up a company called By the Yard that did not exist in Canton until 4 of 23. John was killed in January of 22. They invented this company. They knew damn well that the DPW plow driver, Lucky, plowed that street that night. Ignored it until they got caught 15 months later.
Okay.
And then they interviewed him and forgot about his eyewitness, forgot about him seeing a Ford Edge, never followed through with it. Why?
Let's just say that investigation, as you're saying, is botched. Okay.
Yeah.
My biggest question to you would be, what would be their motive to kill John O'Keefe?
I think it was an accident. I truly think it was an accident. And I think, you know, my brother is a cop, and I asked him, I said, Johnny, what would I have done? And he said, Jeannie, you would have called the 911. I would have went into police mode, knowing that my nephew is going to jail for a long time because of this accident. And there's a big difference between a police mind and our minds. I'm not a cop. And that's exactly what he said.
So what?
And it does make sense.
What type of accident could have occurred that would have caused John O'Keefe to lose his life inside that house? Would have cracked?
Well, I don't want to say that a young troubled boy started a fight. Somebody who was prone to start fights. You know, kids make mistakes, and that's exactly what I think happened.
So the kid is.
But I think once John was convulsing and everything else, I think Brian went into cop mode.
Why is?
And I feel bad for Jen McCabe. I really do. I think she's getting a bad rap because I think she's the aunt. She's looking to protect, and she trusts her brother-in-law. I would too. I would do exactly what he said, and they got away with it for over 15 months until they didn't.
Let me ask you this. Why is there no evidence of him being drug out and placed there if he died inside the house?
Again, you're talking a very, very distinguished cop. You're talking a detective that's been on TV. He's Boston's finest. He knows what he's doing. He knows phones inside and out. He knows all of it.
Yeah, but if
they got away with it.
Why would he throw a body in his front yard? Because, I mean, I'm not a criminal, but I'm sure I would not throw a body in my front yard to draw attention to myself.
What would you do?
I would drop
the guy at a trap house. What would you do?
I'd drop him off at a drug house.
Again, I guess you would be taking that chance too. I mean, he's a Boston cop. She dropped him off there. They have witnesses. The Ryan Nagel that drove by with the light on. I mean, they know he was at the house. They know that's the last ping he's going to get.
I have this one. Why would Karen Reed just leave him there?
Well, like I really think that like a normal girl, he's going to run in, text me when you get in. If you need a ride home, give me a call. Nothing. What do? You get pissed off. What the fuck? And then you take off, you go home. Now he's not there the next morning.
Yeah, but she didn't even make it the next morning. She waited till 5 o'clock in the morning, just a few hours after she dropped him off. Why would she panic?
Where is he? He's supposed to, these are his kids. The niece and nephew are his kids. Where the fuck is he?
She knew,
you know what I mean? Where is he?
She knew where he was at. She dropped him off there.
That's why she called Jen to see where is he? Is he still there? It's 5 o'clock in the morning. He should be home by now.
But how is he going to get
home?
Mean,
I would, again, either somebody in the house.
Well, the people in the house were drinking.
So was she. They all drove home drunk. So they're all drunk. They, you know.
I mean, that's my biggest problem with the police there right there is they like to drive around drunk, apparently, there.
I agree 1,000,000%. There's Uber, there's Lyft, there's everything.
Now, I don't know if police were, you know, if they have anything to do with the death of John O'Keefe, but I do know that there is some stuff going on with the police they shouldn't be doing because John O'Keefe shouldn't have allowed her to drive that car that night.
I agree. But then again, neither should Brian Albert. They all left the bar. None of them should have been driving.
Yeah, see, I don't know who was driving the other people. Maybe they had a designated driver, but I must
I would have
were driving just like everybody else, you know.
I'll be honest with you, Dolly, though. It's a small town, and where they live, it's 2 miles down the road. They're following each other, basically. They know all the cops.
Yeah, I understand that.
You know, they get pulled over.
They're breaking the law at that point. I agree with you that they're probably breaking
the law
at that point. I
agree. I agree with all that, but shit happens. That's the smallest stuff with cop stuff. I get that. This is a little different, having a dead cop on your lawn. And the fact that Boston police are not supporting the prosecution, that tells you something. Boston cops aren't pussies. They're not.
Oh,
they stand for their own.
I don't think they're
really not. You know, that makes me wonder too.
A small area outside of Boston, though.
Right. But I mean, in this, you know, it's a small state for the most part. They support the blue. I support the blue. I want them people cleared. I really do. I keep looking at evidence every day, hoping to see something, because it sucks.
So you think just the nephew has taken the life of John O'Keefe, and the other officers and their families have covered up for their nephew?
Yes, but I don't think all the people that went in the house, I think the body was already downstairs. I don't think they even knew what was going on. They went as told, as you know, just like nothing happened. They didn't know.
And
the people who came out,
and you
got to remember, this happened within 6 minutes. Within 6 minutes, all of this happened.
Let me ask you this. Do you think, in your mind, is it possible to you that she could have hit him?
Oh, I think anything's possible. That's why I'm looking every day, Dolly, to see if there's something.
Well, at least you're keeping an open mind. That's all I wanted to ask. Oh
my God, yeah.
There's a possibility. Now, let me ask you this. If it comes out that she did hit this man in court, and the court decides she hit him, will you accept that, or will you be like, this is a conspiracy, Turtle Boy's right, blah? What will be your
talks? I believe in the jury system. I believe in all of that. So yeah, if they come out with the evidence that shows that she is guilty, put her the fuck away.
Okay. I can agree with you on that. And like, I don't think there's enough evidence against her to convict her. I honestly do believe she did it. It just makes the most sense, because you would have to have all these bad people. And I ain't saying it can't be all those bad people. That's possible. It could be all those bad people.
Again, I don't think it's all of them, Dolly. I really don't. I think it's 4 of them.
I'm playing the odds. The odds say she possibly did it. The odds are more in the favor she did it than these bad cops and this cover up and all these people got to be lying and all these moving pieces, because in a conspiracy that big, all it takes is one of those pieces to move wrong and the whole thing crumbles, and I know that's what Karen Reed's people are hoping for if it is a conspiracy, but I just don't see the house of cards falling right now.
But Dolly, you know what? One of them must have crumbled, because you don't get the feds in there for nothing. You really don't. You know that. Feds aren't coming in and investigating a DA's investigation.
They did a shitty job of investigating. I could probably because I agree with Turtle Riders on this. If there was a body laying,
not a Turtle Rider, so get that straight too. I'm not a Turtle Boy.
I'm just saying for the Turtle Rider people that are going to be watching this video, I agree that if it was my house and there was a dead body in my front yard, they're coming in my house.
Bet your ass. Clear yourself. You're a freaking cop. Clear yourself. Clear your people. Your families in there. Clear them all.
I can't argue that one. I can't argue that at all. You're definitely right. They would be up in my house. They'd be searching my house. They'd be looking for evidence to make sure I didn't kill this dude. The same thing when they just found these bodies in Kansas City. Okay.
Right.
What did they do? They went inside that man's house. They started searching his house. The Jordan guy. So they didn't just go, okay.
That's the right way to, that's the right way to do it. But Dolly, they fought. They didn't just not do it. They fought everything. All this transparency is being fought by the prosecution. That's what's really making it hard. People, okay, give the geofence. He only does Androids, knowing everybody's got iPhones in the house. Why would you do that?
Now that search,
you could clear them all.
The whole search engine thing, the how long does it take to die in the cold? That's going to have to be argued over experts, I think. That's one of the where.
And now the prosecution has one guy that isn't a specialist and another guy from Cellubrite. The defense has 5 different companies that are saying that timestamp is official. And they'll give the evidence why. Again, I throw that out.
Awesome legal team. She has a good ass legal team.
She does.
Now
she really does.
Like Turtle Boy, not so good. Karen Reed, she has a fucking great legal team. I will watch that dude. Right. I'm like, this dude is good.
Yeah, Alan Jackson and David Unetti are very good. Turtle Boy, I could care less, really. I mean, whatever he did it. It has nothing to do with the death of a cop. It really doesn't. People are making a big deal about it, but he's not the one that killed him. whatever's going to happen to him is going to happen.
Yeah.
And let it happen. Whatever's going to fall. Again, I believe in the justice system, so whatever happens, happens.
Well, yeah, we'll find out in due time. Whatever comes out, I'm going to accept the verdict. I believe that it is what it is. And, you know, I know a lot of people may celebrate, or they may say, hey, F this decision. This lady's in prison, and this free Karen Reed thing just keeps going like a train.
I hope people don't celebrate, because you still got a dead cop there. It's not a celebration. It's kind of more like justice. You know, if she didn't kill him, let that girl be free.
Yeah, I agree
if
with
she did kill him, put her behind jail, behind bars. But don't do it with shit bum evidence or trying to work around the truth or hide things. That's no way to put somebody in jail.
Nah, and you see, we disagree on some things, but we agree on some things. So, like I said, I'm not an echo chamber from anybody. If my people believe that they should be free or this, people here don't have to believe this exact same thing as me. Like, I wouldn't want nobody to kick you out because you came in here and said Karen Reed's innocent.
Right. Actually, I enjoy talking with you, Dolly, because we can talk as normal people that differ on what we're reading or whatever, but still feel the same way.
Yeah.
That justice should be served however it needs to be. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So we agree on some things, and we just have a different guilty or not guilty. I agree she's going to get away, that she's going to get off.
Right.
But I appreciate.
Let me ask you though, Dolly, what makes you think she's guilty? This is what I ask a lot of people, and they try to go to the tail light. You can't. He lied about the times. He lied about everything. So that's got to be thrown out. It's going to be thrown out.
If I tell you the absolute truth, you'll probably think I'm crazy. It's her eyes.
See, but that's not evidence.
I know. I just told you.
You
don't think I'm crazy. I mean, there's other.
I don't think it's crazy, but that's not going to hold up. If you go to a jury, that ain't going to work, Dolly.
I don't got to go to a jury. I can look at that lady and tell she's crazy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
We all have crazy bitches in our life, but that don't mean they're murderers.
But I've dated a lot of girls with them same eyes.
You know what I'm saying?
Warning sign.
And you're still walking. See, you just said it.
You can see it in the eyes. There's something about the eyes when a woman's crazy. You can see it in their eyes.
Right.
And I see.
I agree.
I know that sounds stupid, but I just wanted to be honest with you. That's the first thing that made me think she was guilty. When she cut her eyes, I was like, that bitch did it.
But now go a step further. If that's the one thing that's making you feel she's guilty, you think she's guilty?
I mean, I don't know. I won't dare.
But I mean, obviously, to put somebody behind bars for life, you need a little more than
I done said
feeling that she's got.
I done made it clear. I done made it clear I couldn't convict her and put her away for the rest of her life.
Yeah, I think she's walking too. And I think,
what if the possibility he fell and nobody killed him? You know what I'm saying? There's a possibility he slipped on the ice.
Right. And again, that's all fine, because then let her walk and start a new investigation. Well, start fresh again if that's what you got to do to try to get justice for this cop. But if she didn't do it, you can't blame her if she didn't do it if you don't have the goods.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, look, hey, I appreciate you calling in.
Hey, me too, Dolly. That's my first time calling in, but I hope to do it again soon.
All right. You be good.
Take care.
Peace.
Thank you.
Dolly.
Dolly, hey, this is Danny Dunban from Boulder, Colorado.
What's going on?
Hey, I've been trying to call in. I got, again, my name's Danny Dunban. And, over the last 6 months, I've been back and forth with Turtle Boy.
Fighting with him?
Well, yeah, almost, to be honest with you. But I grew up in Massachusetts. I'm born and raised. But I've been in Denver, North Denver. I live in Superior, near Boulder, for 13 years. But when the case started, I got a hold of Turtle there, and he got back to me, and he was trying to speak with me in a nice way. I actually believed into the story at first. That Google search at 2:21 a.m. kind of hung me up at first. But let me tell you something, Dolly. Karen killed John. There's no doubt about it. There was never a conspiracy. She killed him, and the black box data from the Lexus will convict her.
You think that's what's going to be a smoking gun?
Absolutely. It's cut and dry. It's a slam dunk. It's not even a hard case to prove. All this other stuff you're hearing, it's only because, like Proctor and everybody else, well, they've been told not to speak until the trial. So they're shutting up, and there's Turtle Boy with a megaphone, and he's going on and on. He's in front of the pizza house See, and those guys hate his guts, but they can't say nothing because the court told them not to.
Yeah, and I think they're going to sue him civilly. So that pizza place is coming after him for sure.
No, Dolly, exactly. I sent Turtle an Instagram talking about the civil case. I said, Turtle, slow down. You're going across the legal line. You're pushing it too far. You're pushing the envelope. I said, you're going to have civil cases coming out the yin yang.
When you start messing with businesses, that's where he effed up, because they're the ones that are going to come after him right there, that business.
Yep, he did, and he hindered the business by having his followers, I guess, call in for pizzas and things like that. There's been a lot of stuff. He crossed the line, Dolly, with the First Amendment. That's like Donald Trump saying that the election was stolen, right? It was not stolen. And what he said, Trump said down in the documents one, that it was a Presidential Documents Act.
Yeah, but we ain't gonna get off. We're true crime. We ain't political here, so we don't.
No, I'm trying to give you the example.
Yeah, I know.
It's a cult of his followers that are not looking at the facts. They're going off and around, and they even got the father, Karen's father, out in front of the courthouse with a megaphone. This is a fairy tale. The conspiracy theory is a phony, farce, fairy tale. It's been that way since day one, and Turtle knows it. Turtle is playing that card because right now only one side can be heard. So he can say this and say that. Look at, and he's calling Colin the murderer, and he's calling Proctor the guy. He didn't do this. He didn't do that. He must have planted glass out in the front yard. And listen, that'll all be proved within the first 4 hours of the trial. Karen's going to be found guilty. When you see those diagrams of that black box data they've compiled, that's when they bumped up her charges to murder one. Because she drove off.
I thought it was murder 2, second degree.
Second with intent. They went from manslaughter to second degree. You're right. Because it was more intentional. But what she did, she went forward, she stopped, and then she backed up. She got up to about 22 miles an hour, maybe a little more, and she struck something. And those diagrams she pushed his body up onto the lawn.
Yeah, but if you're going that fast, you would purposely be trying to hit somebody. You don't back up at 22 miles an hour.
No, I think you're right. She got that. That's why they bumped up the charge. She threw it. She must have got pissed off. And I can picture him standing in the road, giving her the finger or something, saying, hey, F you, I'll see you later, screw you, I got another girl. And then she backed up that car. She got pissed off. She put it in reverse, and that thing took off fast. She hit him and pushed his body. He didn't go underneath the car. She pushed him back, and that black box data will show you. It's a visual. When you see that, she's guilty. She was there. She hit him.
So you saying it should be on the reverse cam?
No, it's a black box data. Everything your car does is documented in that black box. You turn on the lights. You turn on the car. If you hit something, it's going to be documented. When they got that data back, it took a while. They bumped up that charge to second-degree murder because it was more intentional.
Yeah, they're going to say that the car showing it hit something. The tail lights broke. The glass.
It shows that too. Well, it shows.
But how do you say that it's intentional, though? How can you prove it's intentional?
Well, it's not an accident, is what they're saying. It was more an accident would be manslaughter, and they realized. But you're right, that would be a big argument, and that would be the biggest win for her if they can get that judge to reduce the DA to reduce the charge to manslaughter. If she can go to jail for 6 or 10 years, she can probably get out in 5 years.
I thought they upped it. This is my thinking. I was like, okay, they upped the charge because they want her to plea out to manslaughter.
Maybe it puts leverage on her, but no. But I think. Let me answer one of your followers on Yellow Cottage Tales. He has a good video with that black box data. The company broke it down and did a visual diagram of everything that car did that night. And that car was there at 12:21, whatever time it was, right that time.
I like his channel. I was watching him today.
Yeah, he's a no nonsense guy. Like you. I love your channel, and I think you're very intelligent the way you articulate these cases. I've been watching you off and on, and never got through to say hello.
Well, thanks, man. Appreciate it.
But I don't want you keep saying, well, Karen. No, you're wrong. When you see that black box data, she's guilty, buddy. And this other stuff.
Oh, I ain't saying I can't be wrong. I'm just throwing my guess out there. What I think is going to happen.
Well, you never mentioned that, and I thought you must have missed it. But take a look at that data, and it's a slam dunk. And she's going to try see through. Now, here's another thing that happened. I called Alan Jackson, her lawyer, on August 12th. Well, when I was talking to Turtle, and I know a lot of people in Massachusetts. I know a lot of cops. I know a lot of DAs throughout Massachusetts, Central Berkshire, and the other districts. I have some connections to talk to people. So I'm like, hey, dude, I'll help you here. I'll talk, So I called Alan Jackson. I left him a message. I figured his paralegal will call me, and I'll tell him my thoughts about this. Right? Alan Jackson calls me, the lawyer, on August 12th, and I'm talking to Alan. He said, what's up? So I start telling him, look, she's going to be found guilty. You're taking the wrong approach. This whole thing about Mike Tyson, couldn't have punched, that whole thing. And he's got the big picture it's a dog bite. Let me tell you, it's not a dog bite. I told Alan, it doesn't look like dog bites to me. And he never answered any of my questions directly. He took the position that, well, they're going to have to prove their case. We've got some things that are raising questions. I told him, look, buddy, I said, Alan, don't go down that road. You're going to put her in jail for 50 years. She can get off on a manslaughter charge if you work with this. I said, you're taking this. The police did it. The OJ thing, the OJ, the police did it.
It worked for OJ,
right? That ain't going to work here, Alan. And he had a talk with me, and he was really listening to my opinion. I said, as a layman, I told him I work for Microsoft. I'm a software developer. But I grew up in Massachusetts. I said, I'm just a common sense guy. If they put me on a jury, she's guilty as hell. And your story is full of bullshit. So don't try to confuse those people in Massachusetts on the jury, because they're not going to buy it, Alan.
It makes a good movie.
He told me to email him back. He said, well, get a hold of me. Give me your thoughts on this. And right now I can tell you, he's walking her out on the plank to have her jump into that off the plank alone. She's going to prison, buddy, for a long time.
Okay.
They're not going to give her a plea bargain now. She's already buried herself with this bullshit story about the police, and they set her up, and they put glass in John's pants. Must have grinded it in, right, to set him up.
Yeah. What do you think was on her phones that they seized? That she wiped?
I think that Turtle is already flipping. See, Turtle and her have spoken. Apparently, the brother. Did you hear about that? You were the one that covered some of that. I don't know all the details on that. I hope we get more when the phone info comes out. I think she was kind of in on it with Turtle to at least steer him and encourage him to continue with the fairy tale. She likes it.
I mean,
it's raising a lot.
I think Turtle Boy would tell on him before he went to prison.
Yes, he's going to flip on her. And what happened there? So, I don't want to hold up much more time.
Will anybody believe Turtle Boy if he comes out and says this lady paid me?
Yes, they're going to. No, the brother. Apparently, the brother was in the third party person. And the brother, I guess, got some money to thing or paid for some of his car payments. I heard.
Yeah, or bought him like that too.
Yes. So but they haven't heard yet because again, this hasn't come out yet.
Okay.
But, I don't think Karen was blatantly stupid, by saying, "Here, I'll give you this for this." But I think there was some discussions. I think there was an agreement that he would continue on with that narrative of the fairy tale. And she would pay him X amount. All
right, look, when this is over, don't forget to call me back so you can say, hey, Dolly, I was right and you was wrong, or I was right and you was wrong, so we can even up over, like, you know what I'm
saying? Well, you're very rarely wrong.
So we'll see.
There's a few things. Yeah. We'll see. Take care, buddy, and I'll talk to you again.
All right, peace. Thanks. Dolly. Hello. Yo.
Dolly.
Yeah.
Mab.
All right, you gotta turn me down in the background, Mab. You know the rules.
I already turned you down in the background.
You ain't new to this. You ain't brand new.
I already turned you down as soon as I got you on the phone. Damn it.
Oh, okay. What's good with you, Mab?
I'm feeling better today. So your position is she's guilty.
She's guilty, but she's gonna walk.
I don't think she's going to walk. I think she's going to plead down to manslaughter. And then she's going to do like 18 months,
I don't
2
think
years,
so.
and then she'll get...
Her lawyer's good. I think the lawyer's good. There's just no doubt in my mind he's a good ass lawyer. He just tears through things. Like even when he's in court, he's controlling everything. Like he is.
She's going to walk.
I think she's going to walk.
I think she went psycho. You know how bitches go psycho?
I mean, I do too. I think she did
that
too.
night.
You just can't prove it, though. You just can't prove it. A little bit of broken.
I think they were fighting. They were fighting like cats and dogs. He got out, and she just fucking flipped out, put it in reverse, gunned it, kaboom, and then took off, thinking probably that she just hurt him a little bit.
That's probably what happened. But you got to prove that, though. You got to prove that. You know, you got to prove it. You can say it.
So you got the black
you can't prove it.
Who's saying that the black box data is like already on the internet and shit?
I don't know. I didn't see that, but I doubt it.
So that's not true. No, I doubt.
Now, how much impact do you got to hit something for the black box to indicate you hit something too? You didn't hit nothing hard enough to deploy the airbags.
Yeah, if the airbags don't deploy, I don't think
it's going to rescue.
They're going to say that the car was going 24 miles an hour and then it came to an abrupt stop.
Yeah, the airbags would deploy.
But they're going to be able to tell whether she hit the brakes when the car stopped or it stopped some other way. You know what I'm saying?
Well, she probably hit the brakes, or she would have hit the other stuff in the driveway.
Well, here's what I think the black box data is going to show. She put it in reverse, she gunned it.
Black car. Okay.
The car slowed down without her putting on the brakes before she put on the brakes. You know what I'm saying? She hit something. That's where they're going to prove that she hit something, I think.
Yeah, but if she my thing is this: you charge someone with second-degree murder. If she wanted them dead, she would never went back. She would have never tried to save them. Okay.
Oh, I don't think she wanted him dead. She wanted to fuck him up.
Yeah, but then that ain't second-degree murder.
No, that's manslaughter. That's not even. That's just assault. That's assault with a deadly weapon. It's basically what she did, but it turned out he died.
No, if you assault somebody with a deadly weapon and they died, then it's murder.
He probably wasn't dead when she took off. You know, maybe some internal injuries or whatever. I don't know what was the cause of death.
He had a fractured skull, brain.
Okay, so he hit his head on the curb or some shit.
Blunt force trauma was his cause of death, along with hypothermia.
Right. So she hit him. He flew a little bit, but hit his head on the sidewalk or whatever he hit his head on. Unless she hit his head with the car. I
mean, I don't know. He would have had to have been over, you know, to get hit in the head with the car. But I think a lot of the injuries we see on his face is from when he hit the ground. And and his brain is swollen. That caused his eyes to black a little bit. But I don't think he was ever beat up.
Was it snowing out or icy or
it was snowing
after?
It depends who you asked. It depends who you asked. Yeah, it was snowing. But if you ask some people, they'd be like, it wasn't a drop of snow on the ground. You know what I'm saying? It depends who you asked in that one, Mab.
Now, she did a Google search about how long does it take somebody to freeze to death.
Mm-hmm.
And what time? And that was just not too long after that.
Well, this goes to these experts again, because they're saying, one side is saying that when you open a tab in your phone, it logs the time that you open the tab, not the time that you do the search. So she opened my search browser at 2:21 in the morning, and then that morning at like 6 something, she typed it in wrong and searched it, and then she retyped it and searched it again. And people are like, she searched how to die at 2:21 is what the turtle rider screamed. And I'm like, well, if she searched at 2:21, why would she have to search it at 6 in the morning if she already searched it? That don't make sense. Why?
But how long is the tab? But the tab is open on her phone and it's open for that many hours without going, you know, dark. I
got like 50 tabs open on my phone right now. I don't even know how. I forget how you close them. My homeboy, rest in peace, Steve-O, right? Look.
You flip them up.
Look, my buddy came over, right? He's passed away now. And I was like, yeah, I need to get a new phone. This phone is slow as shit, right? And he was like, what phone you got? And he picks up my phone and shit. He's like, yo, man, you got like 80 tabs open. And he closed them. He hit something and closed. Like, he showed it to me. He was like strolling his finger through. He's like, these are all tabs where you've opened things. He's like, you gotta close them out. And he hit a button and it closed. I bet you if you go on my phone right now, it's 80 tabs open. My phone hasn't been cleared of the tabs since my buddy Steve-O was alive.
You got like 80 apps open. See,
yeah, I don't know how to do it. And he was like, that's why your phone's so slow right there. And he was closing shit.
What kind of phone you got?
iPhone.
Okay, so you take your finger on the lower left corner and slowly bring it up, and then all those tabs will be floating. You just flip them with your finger up to the top, and they all close. Boop, boop, boop,
what do you mean?
Boop, boop.
Oh, I see them.
Take your finger really slowly from the bottom left
corner.
Holy
shit! There's like 100 things open.
You can then now flip them up with your finger up to the top, and they'll go away. They'll close.
And that's how you close them?
Yeah.
Oh, I never knew that. I got stuff from my drones, some maps.
Yeah,
shit,
so you got like
Apple
80
shit.
apps open. That's why your phone's so damn
Wow, I didn't
slow.
know that. Calculators.
This map does the same thing.
I didn't know.
Yeah. Are you closing them all now?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm closing them right now. I'll go back. There's so many of them. There's so many of them. So that's what I mean exactly right there. See, I didn't even know how to do it. So yeah, there's going to be some expert testimony about the phone, Mab, and apparently it's something like that because you see how many tabs I have open.
Right.
And but apparently she searched that at like 2:21. She searched how long does it take to die in the cold.
Why wouldn't anybody search that?
Because
let's see.
The people on the other side, the people on the other side are saying because she knew he was out there and he was dying and she wanted to know how long it would take for him to die out there. I mean, I get what they're saying.
So she wanted to kill him is what she's saying. That's what they're saying.
Or she was curious how long it would take. He was beat up is what they're saying. And they wanted to know how long it would take for him to die in the cold because they left him out there. So, but the police.
Cops.
Yeah, the cops. So
cops saw him and didn't render aid, you're saying?
Yeah, they're the ones that beat him up and put him out there.
Oh, that's the fairy tale, you're saying?
That's what they're saying. I don't know if it's a fairy tale. I wouldn't quite say fairy tale, but that's what they're alleging.
So why would the cops beat the hell out of their own buddy?
That don't make sense. Nobody's really ever gave me a good motive on that. That lady that called in, she was like, well, the son liked fighting and he might have gotten a fight with him. That's the only motive any turtle rider, and she wasn't even a turtle rider, but she had at least a motive, she could at least supply a motive. And I was like, hold on, I gotta let Lolo in. She's knocking on the studio door.
All right. Give her a treat. Give her.
Come on, Lolo.
Hey, chat. How's it going, crazy nurse?
All right, Mab, you have a good one.
All right. Peace.
Dolly.
Want to talk about Karen Reed?
You want to talk about Karen Reed?
Yes.
Okay. Who's this? Where are you calling from?
Hey, it's Melissa. I'm from Boston.
Melissa. Nice to talk to you. All right. What do you want to talk about?
Yeah.
Karen Reed?
I want to talk about, Karen Reed.
Okay.
So if you were a Boston police officer and someone was dead on your lawn, you walk outside in the morning, what would you do?
If I walked outside, I would guess I would call the police, even though I was a police officer.
So what happened was there was a dead police officer on his front lawn. He did not come out of the house.
Yeah, I know. I've heard
about that guy.
Yeah.
It's out there.
Yeah, I don't know why he didn't come out, but what if he had been drinking all night that night?
Well, you know what? Your brother in blue dead in your front lawn. I don't care if you were dead in a coma.
Yeah, I mean, I find that odd too that he didn't come out the house, but just because you did come out the house, does that make you a killer?
We were starting there.
Okay. Hey guys, stop calling in for a second while she's on the phone so it'll stop beeping because I'm getting calls like constant and it's like beeping every time you talk. Go ahead.
So then 6 o'clock in the morning, and supposedly there's a dead guy on your lawn. The police were outside. Neighbors are outside with their snow blowers, who still did not come outside the house.
That is
a police
odd.
officer.
That is odd. I do agree with you. That's odd.
That's our first thing.
Okay.
That's number one. Then, if you're a state police detective, do not take any pictures of the scene. 0 pictures.
Of the scene? There's no pictures of the crime scene whatsoever?
No pictures of the crime scene. Not a one.
Okay, but he wasn't dead there at the scene anyway.
There's one crime scene. You die at the same crime scene.
And you said the same thing, that he was dying when he was out there. He died at the hospital.
No, he died outside of somebody's house.
Well, he was technically dead, pronounced dead at the hospital.
Yes, yep, pronounced. Yep.
So, I mean, he was alive when they got him to the hospital.
Oh, no, he was not alive. He was unconscious.
Well, he was unconscious on a ventilator.
We'll get into that later, okay?
All right.
Let's stick to the facts.
But I mean, I'm thinking that's maybe why there wasn't no pictures, because he was alive at the time.
So neighbors came out of their house, used snow blowers and red Solo cups to put the evidence in.
Yeah, I heard that. I heard that there was
the trained Boston police officer, who was a detective, never came out of his house. All of that.
Okay.
That's normal?
I don't think that's normal. I think that's odd.
I'm just going over the facts with you. I feel like me and you have different.
I agree with you. I think if there was a dead body in my front yard and somebody's like, "Hey, there's a dead body out there," I'd go out and check it out.
They're not talking about the Midwest where you have acres of lawn. This guy had a quarter of an acre between his whole yard. It's not like there was that much space.
But if you killed somebody,
then okay, let's keep going.
Hold on, I get to ask
ready to keep going?
Too, right? Don't I get to ask some questions?
Well, okay, let's hear it.
Now I done forgot my question.
I told you.
See, you made me forget. Okay, go ahead. This I had something epic too, and you made me forget.
There is so much more, but we're just going to keep going on a quick path.
Okay.
I will come on your show. I will put my face on your show. Like I'm ready for this.
I'm listening to you. I'm going to keep going. Fire them off.
So, in the middle of the night, plow driver who's plowed that same street for 18 years knows exactly what that street looks like. And I did not see a body on that front lawn.
Yeah, but I don't. That's easily explainable.
That's fine.
I mean, I couldn't tell you what one of my neighbors' yards, and I drove past their house 1,000 times.
But is your job to drive down that street?
If you said
Dolly, is that your job?
Dolly, what color is your next door neighbor's house? I honestly,
my color?
Yeah, what color the house is?
I'm not a racist. I'm not looking at anyone's color.
No, I mean the color of the fucking house. I couldn't tell you what color the house is next door to me.
You know what the thing is in Massachusetts? Our houses are so close together because we live in this area where houses are so expensive. So where are you?
My neighbor ain't that far away. I still don't know what color. I can see
what state are you in?
It is. I'm in Virginia.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm in the city.
I'm very close to Cape Cod.
Okay. I'm in the north.
Where I live now. Okay. Let's talk about let's keep going. Are you ready or are you done with
ready? Me? Fire away. Keep firing.
So in the morning, 27 in the morning, someone Googled how long does it take to die in the cold? Heard that, right?
Yeah, but why
a Google search?
But here's the thing: why would she have to? If she searched it at 2:21, why would she have to search it again at 7 in the morning or whatever damn time in the morning? Why would she search it again if she already knew the answer to it?
Because by then, her husband, who is an IT tech, he owns an IT corporation.
So he told her,
what the fuck is wrong with you?
Ooh, they're gonna know because you searched it. But if he was,
if you do it again, maybe you're looking.
Here's my question. You made me forget to ask. Why would they throw him in the damn house?
Because they wanted to say that he got hit by a plow.
That he got
snowstorm. That was the biggest snowstorm of that season.
So they just happened to know that there was going to be a snowstorm, so they figured we kill him this night.
No, they didn't happen to know. There was one happening.
Oh, okay. All right, continue. Go ahead.
Oh my God, there is so. Do you know who Turtle Boy is? Or you hate him? Are you a Turtle Boy?
I don't hate anybody.
You hate him, huh?
I don't hate him. I don't like his actions. I don't hate the man.
I get it.
No, the man like that. Don't put no hate on me, woman. I don't hate anybody.
Woman, I love that. That's cute. So let's keep going. Are you ready?
All right, let's do it.
So when they took, Karen, the girl who they're trying to throw in jail, she had nothing wrong with her car. If they're saying her tail light was broken. Meanwhile, prosecutor from Massachusetts had her car for an hour by himself. There are pictures of her car. There was nothing wrong with it, but they're saying, "Oh, all of a sudden there's all these taillights sprinkled around."
So why would they do all this to cover up for one nephew that ain't even a cop?
Why? Have you heard about the big corruption in Massachusetts with the what's it called when you have the naked girls? I don't even know. The prostitutes. There's a big prostitution ring going on over there.
Yeah, that's
like a huge one.
That's the whole country. That's the whole country.
Oh no, I'm telling you.
Okay.
It's big.
Okay. So
did you hear last week that Josh Levy, who is the Attorney General or whatever, came in and said, you cannot prosecute this case anymore till we have all of the evidence out.
Of what case? The Karen Reed case?
Yes.
Well, they're going to trial the 23rd, March 23rd.
I mean, I will
the 23rd.
Send you some. I'll email you a couple of things. Like, it's crazy.
Okay, so the plow.
There's no way.
See, what's your next What's your next firing points? We got to get moving along.
My next point is last week, Eddie, who is her first attorney, said, in good conscience, the Mass State Police they're under investigation. This is never going to go to trial.
I mean, I know they're investigating the police, but they're not investigating the DA.
And they're investigating the investigation.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean,
you know when the last time they did that?
When cops are killed, I mean, I've seen when there's some corruption. Usually, they investigate when there's corruption.
When's the last time the FBI investigated the Mass Police in an investigation? Divulger. It's been 30 years.
I mean, it happens. This is a rare situation. Usually, people in police.
You know what they have? A 98%.
Say that one more time.
The FBI steps in. They're in it for 98%.
Oh, I know.
Right.
And that's what Karen Reed better watch out for with all that shit she's doing on her phone, because she could fall into a RICO. That's organized crime.
No way. Buddy, it's me. Like, I'll fly you up here to a Patriots game and put you in the front row. You think you're right.
If I think I'm right, I don't know if I'm right. I'm just guessing like everybody else.
I'm just telling you. No, I'm right. I'm standing behind my words.
Okay. Anything else?
I'm a betting girl.
Anything else before I let you go?
Oh, no.
Okay.
Just talk to you.
All right. Good talking to you. Peace. Dolly. Hello? Okay. People are passionate about this Karen Reed stuff, ain't they? She's like, I'm telling you. Okay. She had me side. I was like, hit me with some stuff from a million. Dolly!
Hey, man.
Hey.
First of all, I want to tell you, I just picked up your channel watching that Kansas City fan shit. That's crazy. Another thing, I'm a black man. I live in Dallas. I'm a 42-year-old black man. I want to tell you cool as hell. You kind of remind me of this other YouTuber. I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan, but he's a New York Giants fan. His name is Cole Pilgrim. y'all sound just alike. Y'all could be kin.
I hear that. I appreciate it, man. What that Kansas City stuff crazy? You think there's some bullshit to that?
Oh my lord! Oh yeah, boy, dude so out of line. He's so out of pocket right now, dude, man. You know, at the end of the day, like you're right, like for like he should be in jail for not reporting it. Or and then he I don't know if he has, man, I don't know. Anyway, I don't do drugs, but yeah, man, that's bro, that story right there. But the thing about it is, I swear to God, if that was a black man that owned that house, like he probably got shot by the law. Yeah, man, but hey, man, that's I feel bad for them dudes' families, and then yeah, that dude, it's definitely something up with that with that story.
Yeah, I said the same thing about this lady. I said she's a rich white woman. She ain't going to jail. When's the last time you saw a rich white woman in jail?
Yep, exactly. Yep.
So, hey man, you be good. Good talking to you. Stay safe.
My name is Courtney Joe, aka Google Man.
Google what?
Google Man. They call me Google Man. Well, first of all, I watch a lot of YouTube shows. It's a college. It's one dude. He's a Miami Hurricane fan for football, and I was calling his show. I've been on his show like the last 3 years, but he ended up calling me Google Man because I can tell you anything about players like they college they went to from the 90s.
Oh, okay.
Mid 80s from I can tell you like of course I don't know everybody, but I know a lot of trivia and shit like that for like football, baseball, basketball. So
I remember
I'm a sports junkie.
If I ever get on Cash Cab Lifeline, I'm gonna call you and be like, "What year did Joe Montana win his 7th Super Bowl ring?"
Exactly, and I got you.
You be good, Google Man.
All right, now, bet.
All right, peace.
Yeah.
All right, that was damn Google Man right there. Now I know a frog man, a Google man. There's a wild man, turtle boy. He ain't quite a man. He ain't grew up yet, right? His nuts ain't dropped. His little turtle balls ain't quietly got there yet. So he blowing kisses in jail. Who was he blowing that kiss to, right? But I hope it wasn't blowing that to Baby Gap. I think it was a Baby Gap blown kiss. He was blowing. Looked a little weird. Dolly.
Hey, Dolly.
Hey, what's up?
So I'm sorry for hanging up on you earlier. I've just been watching your channel. So here's the thing, and I don't want to get any haters or anything like that. So I'm an investigator, and the thing, okay, so this whole Karen Reed thing, dude, so I'm looking at it, and so half of me thinks that she's guilty, but then the other half of me thinks, I don't know. So my biggest things, I have 2 things. One, I'm an investigator. I have my brothers and my sisters. If someone's outside of my house, I'm gonna check on them. I'm not gonna ignore it. I'm not gonna like stay inside or anything like that. I'm gonna go outside and be like, "What the fuck is going on?"
I mean, I would.
Sorry, excuse my language.
I would too. I agree with you there. I would go outside. I do find it.
You know, at least that. So I don't know what happened, but at least go outside and check on them.
What if you?
And the other thing is I have a German Shepherd, and I'll show you a picture. He's a huge boy, and they don't just like bite; they like shred. So it's just like a kind of fucking
I've been attacked.
Sorry, excuse my language again. It's kind of like because I've been bit by him before, where he was fighting outside with a different dog, and I tried to break it up, and it's just kind of like it's like a little it's like a shred. So like I said, I'm not saying that those bites or I'm sorry, those wounds or whatever that dude has on his arm is a dog bite, but it you know, common sense. I mean, it kind of looks like it, but I don't know. But I just wanted to call in and give my 2 cents because
I've been attacked by 2 German Shepherds. I didn't think they were dog bites. Dog bites usually got a top jaw and a bottom jaw. You're gonna see wounds at the top and wounds at the bottom, just like a person. If I bet you're gonna see my top teeth and you're gonna see my bottom teeth. Same thing with a dog. In some of the incisor teeth, the punctures are too far apart to be dog teeth. So I don't think they were dog bites. I mean, that's just my opinion. I could be wrong. I mean, I'm no expert. You know?
No, and I totally agree with that. So to me, it's just like I don't know what's going on. It's just like it looks. But if you think of a vehicle in like an accident, I mean, what kind of accident would that be? I mean, it's kind of. You know, I've seen a lot of vehicle accidents
it don't
too.
take much to die. You can fall.
I mean, nothing makes sense right now.
I mean, you can fall.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yes.
So, but yeah, I just wanted to call in and let you know that. Yeah, I just.
Okay. Well, I appreciate you calling.
All right. Thank you, Dolly.
All right. Peace.
Bye.
Hi guys. If you call in, can I talk? Please. Okay. Like I can't get a word in with nobody. They're just fired. But they didn't do it. They didn't do it. This is the night of Karen Reed is innocent. Okay. I don't even get to talk. I just get to listen to you. Let me get a word, just like a hello in or like some input in the conversation. You know, I can just answer the phone and let y'all talk. You know, if y'all want to do that. I'm like, damn. I gotta say something like, no, you ain't talking today, bro. Not today. Even though it's your channel, you can't say shit. Dolly.
Hey, Dolly. It's Jamie from Indiana.
Hey, Jamie.
Look, have you ever seen the movie 7 Seconds?
I don't know. What's it about?
Look, long story short, it's back in the day. This colored kid is riding his bicycle. A white cop comes through and hits him on accident on his bicycle. So he sees that it's a colored kid. He's a white cop. So he throws his body over the snow. And technically the boy was still alive when he puts him on the other side of this big bank of snow. Well, long story short, his brothers all tell him, you know, the boys in the movie, they tell him, you can't let anybody know. They'll think that you know, you're a white cop. He's a black kid, yada, yada, yada. So it goes through this whole movie about how all the cops are going together to cover it up. Like he didn't hit this kid on the bike. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You ever seen the movie Crazy in Alabama?
Well,
it's a movie kind of similar about this black kid. And believe it or not, the kid in the movie is my friend, right? In the movie, he goes by Tyler Jackson, but it's got Meatloaf in it. It's got a whole bunch of celebrities in it, but he's a little boy that dies in the movie, and it's based on like, you know, the early 60s where there was a racial divide, and it, you know, all these people were upset about this cop killing this black kid, but similar to that, but what you were saying, but just in an earlier time frame. And my actual buddy was in the movie. I was like, he told me he was in a movie one day when we was working, and I was like, porn don't count, man. He's like, no, I'm in a movie with like Meatloaf and like a big movie. I was like, what? And then look, instantly I Googled him. I Googled the movie and he's boom, there he was. Tyler Jackson.
Oh, that's funny. But it's kind of like he gets all like literally like everybody involved in it. You know what I mean? They all conspire this big theory about how he didn't do it. And then there's one like detective that gets involved because the mom, like they start stalking the mom of this kid. I mean, it's crazy. And then all comes out in the end. Long story short, trigger warning, but he ends up outing himself, I'm pretty sure. But that reminds me of what Turtle Boy is trying to say. Like, this is what happened, and they're all trying to cover up for him. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's literally what he's saying almost aligns with kind of the storyline of this Netflix movie.
For the conspiracy to work, that's a lot of moving pieces, though.
Yo, yeah.
You got
like that you see in the movies.
Yeah, I think it'd make a great movie. You know, if it on their side, like the story they've spun would make a great movie, but in reality, it wouldn't be that great of a movie. It's just a woman backed over her boyfriend, basically.
Right.
So hey, I appreciate you calling.
A scorned woman.
Yeah.
Over her boyfriend.
Mad woman. Nothing worse than a mad woman.
Yes. All right, Dolly. Thanks.
You be good. Peace. Dolly!
Dolly!
Yes.
This is Tanya from Georgia. Let's just get real, okay?
Oh, shit. We're getting real. I got to turn my camera off and get real. Hold on.
You know which one this one is, right?
Huh?
You know which Tanya this is, right?
There's a lot of Tanyas. Which Tanya? Johnny and Georgia.
Crazy Tanya from Georgia. I put her baby on
Crazy Tanya.
Adderall.
Yeah, I
Adderall
got
and all.
Okay. Yeah,
I mean, a woman ain't gonna beat a man's ass, but you can say all them old ugly words and think you can fight them. But one thing you can do, and I said it in your chat one time, Map says, Tanya, remind me to never date you. While he's married this time. It's just being funny.
Yeah,
but I will run a motherfucking man over.
Oh Lord.
I have backed into more than my share of men.
Oh Lord, you one of those?
But I ain't trying to kill him. I just want them break your kneecaps.
I mean,
and that's like Tara Reid. That bitch is like she's on Adderall like me. You know what I'm saying? That bitch got that fucking Adderall eyes.
Okay.
Her mouth is drawn in.
We got to leave the medicine names out. You know, just kind of.
Oh, she may not be on meds, okay, but that bitch looked like she looked crazy, and she can't beat his ass. He's a cop, you know what I mean? They know all the moves, but she can show back over that sucker. You know what I mean?
So you think she guilty of sin?
She ran over that son bitch. She wasn't trying to kill him. She was trying to get her lick in.
She just trying to get a lick in. Oh Lord, yeah, Mab is right. Don't never date you, Tanya. Lord.
Anyway, but yeah, I mean, so I don't know why she's playing so stupid. Everybody hollering conspiracy. Look here, I have been investigated twice running over ex-husbands. It ain't nothing.
Oh my
God. I run my car. My niece, my husband sitting on that porch like he's on it.
Tanya weighs 2,000 pounds.
Do what?
You know a car weighs 2,000 pounds. You can't.
It ain't nothing when you slap it reverse.
Tanya, you can't do that.
Oh, I've done it more than once. One time I run it in my porch because my husband was standing on it like he paid for it, and I pay cash for that with my annuities. And my niece, she passed on now, but she looked at me.
Cash for that.
She goes, "Hey, Tanya," she goes, "You pussy if you don't." And so I slung it in reverse and slung it in drive and run it right through my damn front porch of my own house. My ex-husband called.
So you were trying to park it in the living room.
Well, no, I didn't go through the porch. I was on the porch. We had a wrap around.
Okay.
Anyway, he burned it down. He got me. He won in the long run, some bitch. But anyway, I ran right through that front yard. But you know, how many women on here? Y'all be honest. How many of y'all have been in bad relationships and you can't whoop them and you just run his ass over?
Tanya, you meet this man in prison?
I dated out of prison now.
I
don't discriminate.
I believe it. Okay, you can date.
Anyway,
want me to hook
Dolly,
you up?
I love you, show. You TJ's got it going on, buddy. And I'm on my 12th month as a member. Okay.
All right, Tanya, you be good.
All right, and listen, don't let the bitches act out. I would never, bitch. If you mad, you know, call him another woman, you'll run him and that bitch over. I promise you.
Oh Lord! Oh my God! All right, Tanya, it's good talk.
They have a combative relationship anyway. She stays angry. All they did was cussing all their messages each other. I mean, she ain't gonna hit him. He's a cop, but she'll sure back into him. Oh, sorry, bitch.
All right, Tanya. Just know if you go to prison, you got a pen pal on me.
Fuck that! I've been going there and just lay on his ass.
You be good.
All right, holla.
All right, peace. Tanya is crazy as shit. Don't get in front of her car, boy. She run you over for fun. It sounds like she's like, yeah, I done hit a couple of my husbands. They still looking for the bodies. I'm like, damn. She come in hot, boy. She came in hot. That's for sure. That's a firecracker there. We'll hook you up. We'll hook you up, though. Good Lord. Don't tell that to your future husband. Like, you know, they're looking for the bodies of my last two husbands. I don't think that's going to go over good. So, I think it's a mixed crowd tonight. Some people think she guilty as shit. And like Tanya just said, she purposely did it. You know, she's just trying to get her licks in. Let me refresh the phone lines. Who let the dogs out? Hello, Tanya, you need your own channel. I would sub up for the laughs. It's hard to do a YouTube channel for prison. You can't be running over your husbands, Tanya. Okay, that scares me now. I don't even get out of the car. Dolly.
Dolly.
Hey.
What's up, baby?
Hey, what's up? Who's this? Where you calling from?
Giggles from Massachusetts, man.
Awesome, Massachusetts. What'd you say your name was? Giggles?
Yeah, Shits and Giggles. You know me.
Oh, Shits and Giggles. What's up, Shits and Giggles?
What's up? Did you watch the movie yet?
Did I watch what movie?
Leave the World Behind.
Leave the World Behind.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I did. What's it about?
Well, it depends who you ask.
I'm asking you. I mean, I'm asking you.
Well, it has a lot. It has a lot. Do you know who created the movie, right?
No, I don't even know if I've seen the movie.
All right, so it was Michelle and Barack Obama.
Okay, they made a movie.
Yeah, they made the movie Leave the World Behind.
Okay.
They say it's a star, but she's a non-star. Julia Roberts.
Okay.
Where she says, "I fucking hate people."
She says she hates people. Yeah, I know that feeling.
No, she effing hates people.
Okay. Yeah.
Right. You have to watch that first to understand the whole concept of it.
I gotta.
What?
I gotta watch this movie called Leave the World Behind. Okay.
Well, it's a Netflix thing.
Isn't it? Okay, I got Netflix.
It was a Netflix movie. Well, a Netflix movie. In my opinion, I believe it's gonna.
Is that the movie where she watched the Friends at the end?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, that is the dumbest movie I've ever watched in my whole entire life. Oh
it
my
was
god.
the worst thing ever, right?
It's the worst ending of any movie I've ever seen in my whole entire human life. Like, I want my time back still. I'm mad. I feel like I was cheated, like watching the damn Blair Witch.
Right. Yeah. There's a whole lot in that movie.
Why you want me to watch that movie? Would you want to torture me like that? Why do you want me to watch it though? You want to torture me? I thought we were friends.
Here's the thing. I will watch it. I will only watch that movie with someone with an open mind. If you know what's good.
Okay.
Not for you, but for nobody, right? You watched the little kid watch what was it? Like some show.
Friends. She was watching Friends.
I'll be there for you. All blue, all that shit. You know the movie hasn't stopped yet, right? And I will explain to you why. It's gonna sound really crazy. In the movie, there were a lot of Tesla cars, right? They kept smashing into each other.
Yeah, I remember that in the movie. My chandelier's rattling.
They were smashing into each other. Nobody, especially now, even me, I don't even know who was controlling that.
Skynet.
The cars, left, right, left, right. They were, and she jumped in. She put her husband. Let me tell you, she put her husband and her 2 kids in the car, and said, "Jump in. We got to get the fuck out of here." Right? And those cars kept coming and slamming into each other. And if you keep going and watching the movie, you'll see that the parking lot, I guess is, if you want to call it that, they were blue at first. Then they turned white. You know, the ones that were slamming into them? That's out of control shit. That's
totally out of control.
Not within your control type thing, right? And then they got out of there, sure.
What does this got to do with the Karen Reed case?
The what?
What the Karen Reed case? What does this have to do with the Karen Reed case?
No, yeah, that's what I thought. Sorry, I was trying to get a hold of you during this movie.
Oh, okay.
Someone brought it up.
Well, don't worry, the movie's not over yet.
The movie is not over yet.
You got,
and it won't be. It's not done yet, and it won't be done yet.
Okay. Well, look, hey, I appreciate you calling, and until next time, you be good.
I appreciate it.
No
Just
problem.
look into that too, by the way.
I got you. I'm watching it as soon as I'm done here. Dolly! Hello. Hello. I'm talking to you.
Hello.
I hear you.
I'm sorry. I have a very bad cold right now.
Okay. How's it going? Who's this?
Okay.
Where are you calling from?
I am calling from Massachusetts.
Massachusetts. Okay, a lot of Massachusetts tonight. Y'all tuned in. Okay, what's good? You want to talk about Karen Reed? Or you want to talk about Turtle Boy? Or you want to
Oh, well, we can talk about all of it if you'd like.
Let's do it. I'm ready.
So
you got to turn me down in the background first, though, or we'll start echoing really bad.
My question is, what was your first? How did you get interested in this?
How did I get interested in it? I've seen it on Court TV.
Just recently, or have you been following it?
No, I've seen it a good while back. And then when it came more in the court, I started following it more.
Have you followed the whole entire storyline since April 17th?
No, I would say I haven't. Now, I know what's happened, but I mean, I ain't saying I'm no expert in the Karen Reed case by far. I'm not. I'm just
my
opinions out there like everybody else is.
Absolutely. I don't think anybody.
I'm just a
certified to be an expert.
I'm just a certified YouTube idiot. That's it.
I mean, I'm just interested in where you got your thought process from. Like, where did this strike you? Like, where did you find this?
I think, like, DNA wise, like for my mom and dad, like, you know, maybe gave me the brain that I got. I don't know, somewhere in that area. But what gave me the thought process was just watching it. And like, I've dated a lot of crazy women, and it's the way she looks, and like she kind of looks at people, makes me think she's crazy. Okay, I know that's at the last call. I was like, well, I ain't a reason to think somebody's guilty. Crazy is crazy, and when you can see crazy, I think this lady's a little crazy, and that's just my opinion. That don't mean she's crazy. Just means that's
I mean, that's pretty judgmental of you to look at somebody and say that, considering
you got crazy eyes. I can't help it.
Perception is your reality.
Well, she got crazy eyes. Tell her not to have crazy eyes, and I wouldn't think she was crazy.
Well, I mean, if somebody captioned you in a live photo looking over your shoulder, I'm sure the same thing would be captioned.
I'm not even talking about this look. That's just a random picture I picked. That I didn't pick that because she looked crazy. That she does look kind of crazy there. But no, I didn't use that picture because she had crazy eyes there. She has crazy eyes all the fucking time. Not like a little bit of the time, all the time. And I can pick up on it. And I don't know. I could be wrong. But I don't think I am.
I would be willing to guess that those eyes are more suspicious and cautious.
I don't know. I think they're looking to see what they can delete right now.
Well, I'm willing to bet that she would delete being around the people that she was on that night.
Well, you know, what makes you think she's so innocent? Can I ask?
Well, how many stories have there been?
Well, I mean, she did say, did I hit him? She was asking people. I don't know. I mean,
she showed up. She is the only one yelling for help.
But she's the only one with inconsistent statements.
She's the only one with inconsistent statements? Are you sure about that?
Yeah, she's saying she hit him. Did I hit him? I hit him. She's telling people.
Nope. That is, let me share something with you. From one Massachusetts person to somebody who has Virginia is for lovers. Okay, I get it. Let me tell you something. You need to bring receipts when you are talking about Karen Reed and John O'Keefe.
I need to bring receipts.
You need to bring the receipts. You need to bring them.
From Kmart, Walmart, Home Depot. What receipts do I need?
Receipts is fact.
Oh.
Show it.
Oh.
Show that fact.
I don't want people.
That is a receipt.
Listen, I spend a lot of money at Walmart. I'm not sharing how much money I spend at Walmart with people, lady. That's my personal business. If I want to buy all the electronics in the electronics department at Walmart that they got, I can do that.
You have to show up with receipts if you want to be taken seriously. That's all I'm saying.
Full of receipts. I save them for my taxes. So next time I show up, I'll make sure I got some Walmart receipts and everything. Okay.
Well,
do I need receipts to get into the courthouse the 23rd? Because if so, I'll bring some with me.
You'll need receipts to keep it going.
Okay. Awesome. I'll get those for you. You be good. It was awesome talking to you. She wasn't very friendly. She wasn't very friendly. Wow. Dolly.
Dolly.
Yeah.
Hey, how you doing?
Miss Earthquake herself.
Yeah.
Do you know you created the earthquake around here?
And I know I should be Earthquake instead of Sweetleaf, I guess. I got my name.
Yeah, you've been kicked more times than anybody hung up on it. And I never hung up on you, though. I'm just letting you know, bad connection sometimes.
I want you and PJ to watch Crazy in Alabama. It's on YouTube.
Okay, I told you my buddy's in the movie.
Oh, then you've seen it.
Yes, I've seen the movie. My friend is in the movie. Yeah, I know the little boy.
What part does he play?
He plays the little boy that died in the movie that jumped the fence, and the guard grabbed him off the fence and pulled him down and he hit his head. That's my buddy Lewis. He goes by Tyler Jackson in the movie.
Is this the same one with Melanie Griffin in it?
I don't know. I just know it has Meatloaf and like Michelle Pfeiffer or whatever the fuck her name is.
The one that's married to Antonio Banderas.
It's an Antonio Banderas movie. He told me he went to a water park with Antonio Banderas and they rented out the whole water park.
This is about an abused wife that chops off her husband's head and dismembers him.
What, Crazy in Alabama?
Crazy in Alabama.
I don't know. I'm talking about a movie that's based on some racial divide that happened, and it's Crazy in Alabama.
Yeah. That's it. That's right. Because of the blacks couldn't go swimming.
Yeah, he dies at the swimming pool. Yeah, exactly. He goes to jump the fence. The guy grabs him and he falls and he hits his head.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I love that. I love Judge Mead in that, but yeah, I think if Turtle Boy keeps on abusing women, he might end up like that.
What, dead? I hope nobody kills him. I don't even wish that on the man. There's two things you don't wish on people. You don't wish
the vengeance in this girl's eyes looked like she was probably out to do that. But I think what I see in her face and everything, I think I get a strong reaction that she has a temper.
I think so too. You can see it in her, like her demeanor. She looks like she'd be mean.
And I think that when she drinks, she probably gets even meaner. And what is the deal with going at 6 o'clock in the morning to go look for him? Why wouldn't she think, well, okay, he passed out at his friend's house. He'll be home tomorrow morning, take an Uber or call for her to go pick him up. Why does she have to rush off in the middle of a snowstorm to go look for him?
Yeah, that's a good question. I mean, if she knew where he was at and she dropped him off somewhere safe, why would she be panicking? And what's safer than a house full of police?
Yeah, like what was the deal? Did that make her mad because he didn't call or answer any phone calls, or she that doesn't make sense. If she thought that he was okay and she was calling,
I don't know, but because I don't know the whole story or what's in the phone record, but for her to go off in a snowstorm at like 4 or 5 hours later because he's not home. Well, you slept it off at your buddies.
Mm-hmm.
You know what was?
I would think.
What was he do? Yeah.
Now, if he didn't come home the next day, I would panic. You know, like the next.
Yeah.
I could see her
exactly.
panicking, but that night, and when she just dropped him off, why would you panic so soon? So.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, something's not right.
And why would you say I hit him or I could have hit him? Did I hit him?
Mm-hmm.
Why would you say any of those things?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's
Yeah.
questionable things in this Karen Reed stuff.
Sounds like she was still drunk.
Sweet Leaf, appreciate you calling. You be good.
Oh, okay. But there was something else I wanted to say, but go ahead. Earthquake.
All right, earthquake, peace. She said, all right, earthquake. She earthquake yourself. Dolly.
Hey.
Hey, how's it going?
I'm just wondering if you've heard of Melanie Little.
Melanie Little. Who is she? You got to turn me down in the background.
She's an
Lawyer?
attorney from Long Island.
Yeah, she been on court TV. Blonde haired lady.
Yeah, I mean, I think I've got it all down.
Yeah, I seen her up there with Jennifer Coffindoffer and Vinny on court TV. I know who you're talking about.
If you want to hear some good stuff from the beginning of this case, she just picked it up a couple weeks ago.
She just finished it up a couple weeks ago. What'd you say?
No, she just picked it up.
Oh, she just.
And she's been not doing it from the TURTLEBOY thing. Like, she's a newcomer.
Is all her videos Karen Reed?
Oh no, God no.
She does
Look her
other
up.
stuff?
She's actually on like beautiful things, and she actually is a lawyer for 30 years. Plus, she's in like movies and stuff. She's pretty. I'm telling you, look her up.
I've seen her. I've seen her up there talking to Jennifer Coffindoffer. I know who you're talking about.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah, like
Daffy?
she has like the little neon sign behind her. It says fucking what college she went to or something.
Often Daffy is the worst.
So yeah,
I actually have a
so what do you
jewelry
say
business.
she put out?
I'm not gonna push myself on your channel.
Okay.
But I have a jewelry business. And I have a girl who is a FBI person who said Coffin Daffy is the worst.
That said she was the worst.
She's like, do not listen to a word that girl says. The word she said was, she never got a promotion for a reason.
She never got a promotion. Well, I don't know her like that, so I don't know the history of Jennifer Coffindoffer and none of that. I just know she.
If you look up Melanie Little, this girl, she brings receipts.
Walmart.
She's the one that brought
or she big time, like, you know, she got Macy's.
You know what she did when everyone was wondering about the whole thing with John O'Keefe? Dog bites. She's the one that brought regular police officer who has 30 years of experience that said, no, this is what a dog bite looks like. You know who doesn't know what a dog bite looks like? A medical examiner. How many medical examiners look at dog bites?
So is she saying that them were dog bites?
Yeah, because
she's saying
you're a medical examiner. Medical examiner never sees dog bites. You know why? Dogs don't kill people.
Dogs don't kill people?
Do they?
I would disagree with that. You ain't never heard about people getting mauled to death by a pit bull?
Google it right now. How many people died from a dog bite last year?
Not a dog bite, a dog attack.
No. You go to a medical examiner, you're dead.
So you're saying the lawyer says they're not dog bites?
Of course. Yeah, no, they're not dog bites.
They're not dog bites? Or is she saying they are or not? Okay, she's saying they're not. I agree. They're not dog bites.
No, they're not. No, they are dog bites. But what they're saying is a medical examiner.
Dog bites.
Medical examiner never seen a dog bite because people don't die from them.
That's bullshit. They've seen all kind of animal attack bites.
Look up Melanie Little.
I know who she is.
Right now.
I gotta look her up when I know who she is.
She did it.
I disagree. If she's saying them a dog bite, she's wrong. So just because she's a attorney don't make her right.
But she had the biggest dog officer in the country.
And she can
is the best.
You show me a dog with no bottom jaw biting people. Okay.
I mean, you look up Melanie Little right now, put it in your screen.
I don't gotta look her up. I don't gotta look her up. I know who she is. She's the blonde haired chick that was on Court TV.
Well, no, she had a dog officer on her channel that said, this guy knows way better than any medical examiner because most dogs do not kill people.
Most dogs don't. Some dogs do.
But 4,000 dogs last year did in the whole country.
But I mean, I'm saying dogs have killed people. People have seen dogs bite.
Medical examiner probably has never seen a dog
So
bite.
This lawyer thinks she's smarter than the medical examiner. Is what you're saying.
I just want you to watch that one Melanie Reed show. That's all I want you to do.
I just want to make a point. There's reasons why some of these these lawyers are on YouTube and not in a fucking courthouse. Okay.
She was.
That's why they're on YouTube and not in a courthouse. Some of them. I didn't say no.
I'm
saying some of these lawyers up here. There's a reason why they're on YouTube and not in the courthouse.
What do you do?
What do I do? I YouTube. I'm a YouTuber.
Huh? This is
what I do.
The whole shebang right here?
Right here. This is it.
Beautiful. I love that.
I do too. It's an awesome job.
It is. How old are you?
That's old. Creakily old.
Oh, I'm just wondering because, eventually you'll have to collect Social Security. Have you paid into it?
Yes, I've worked my whole life.
Not now, if you're
not now. I'm a YouTuber now. I wasn't always a YouTuber.
Why I asked how old you are? Is it a secret?
I'm in my 40s.
Okay. Nice. When you're ready to come to Massachusetts to be like, a real person.
I'll be there. I'll be there the 23rd.
The 23rd of what?
March. I'll be at the Karen Reed case.
Message me tonight so we can become friends. We'll stand next to you in the Karen Reed aisle.
I think I'll be okay. I got friends.
So you want to meet me? Afraid of me? Love that.
I don't want to meet. I'm scared of people. I don't like people.
You have friends here?
I only like people on the internet. I don't like people in real life.
You have friends in Massachusetts you're going to stand next to in court, but not me?
Yes, I have friends. And yes, I have friends. I have friends everywhere. I have
my little boy. That's cute.
Huh?
So you're afraid of me?
Yes.
But not your friends you haven't met before?
Yeah, I'm cool with my friends. I'm scared of you. I don't know you.
You've met these people you're coming to meet in Massachusetts?
Yes. I said I have friends there.
You met them before?
Yes.
Who are they? Let's hear about them.
All right, lady. It was good talking to you. You have a good one. Don't shank me when I'm in Massachusetts. Peace.
I'm coming for you.
See, that's what I'm worried about. That's what I'm worried about. Listen, no, you ain't standing behind me. Dolly.
Hey.
Hey. You don't want to stand behind me, do you?
What's going on tonight?
I don't know. It's getting a little weird up in here. I might get stabbed up.
What's the real topic? I mean,
oh, this is Rose. Oh my Lord! I'm waiting for Ashton Kutcher to bunch in at this point, like right through the door. I'm being punked. What's up, Rose?
Hey, man. I don't know. I read the title, Breaking, Karen Reed in Big Trouble, Turtle Boy, whatever. I mean, I've listened to so many calls come in and I'm confused of what the real topic is, but I got a topic for you.
I bet you do.
You know me. You know them Crumblies, them Slumblies from Detroit where their son shot up that school and shit?
Mm-hmm.
The mother is on trial right now.
Uh-huh.
Kind of interesting, I think.
You think it's interesting?
I do. As a mother, like my son shot at the school, you know.
Yeah, can we? What did that? You're off topic, Rose. We got to get back on topic. We ain't talking about school things. We're talking about not that.
Okay. I think the whole Karen Reed thing is just like been so blown out of proportion. I think there was a lot of drunkenness and play going on that night, and someone just passed out and got, I don't know, ran over or something. I mean, am I off topic now?
You're on topic. You're on topic, Rose. You're on topic.
I mean, and I don't even know what Turtle Boy's got to do. I guess that's the missing link for me. Turtle Boy's a YouTuber, right?
Yes. Yes, definitely.
Well, what the hell does he have to do with the Karen Reed thing? I'm lost there.
Nothing. I'm lost too.
A few moments later.
Well, guess we be lost then.
Wrong.
Okay. All right, Rose. Good talking to you.
I know.
All right, peace, Rose. She'll throw me so off. I'll forget what even the show's about. Okay. She just calls it the call. She just, no matter what the topic is. Uh-oh. Unknown caller. What's up, unknown caller?
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing pretty good. Who's this? Where are you calling from?
I am calling from New Hampshire.
New
I
Hampshire.
grew up in Boston.
Awesome.
So, yes. I want to send you a message because I offered to take you guys out to dinner or lunch when you come here. So I will be at the hearing. I think there's a lot of confused people that are riding the turtle wave. Not this one. Over there with Aiden.
Oh, yeah.
Boston cops are drunk. 90% of them that I have ever met have drinking issues. But that's besides the point. So this whole drinking thing doesn't surprise me.
I thought that was the Irish in them that made them drink like that.
There's a lot of Irish police officers. So I've lived in South Boston, so that's a lot of Irish. Anyways.
But look, if they get to drink and drive in Boston, everybody should get to drink and drive in Boston.
Well, I mean, I think there was a lot of bad judgment that night and probably a lot of other nights. And it's just kind of coming to light in national headlines. More so since that knucklehead got involved and started more drama. But really, he didn't start more drama because he's been drama for 10 years.
Yeah.
And people are just finding out about him, right?
They say drama sells, though. Sex, drugs, drama, all that stuff sells.
I mean, I don't want anything to do with him and all those words. I say that because he's just not, I don't know.
I just thought he was a really bad spokesperson for Karen Reed because he's such a disgusting person. Like, everybody thinks I hate this guy. I don't hate him. I don't know him.
I don't like him. I think he's tasteless. I think he's a bad spokesperson. But I think that this taking Karen Reed's phones, they need a warrant to do that, which means they need probable cause and RAS, reasonable articulable suspicion. So knowing that, there's a lot of confused people that are coming, like, not just on your show and in comments, but other places. And they're like, well, they just came and took the phones. No, they didn't take the devices. They didn't just take them. They had reasonable cause.
Well, she took 45 minutes to get to the door. That's a little suspect to me.
I mean, she can try to delete stuff, but the reality is anybody that knows anything about tech knows that you can't delete everything.
Can't delete any of it.
You know, it's might be able to delete it from you pulling it up, but they'll be able to pull it off your memory card and internal floating out in the air stuff.
Now she's using that Signal app. Now I do know that is an encrypted app that's been known. I've seen it on different shows as far as them busting drug rings and the drug rings be communicating with Signal.
So I do a lot of advocacy work in New Hampshire for people that have been abused or victims, like CSA stuff. And I can tell you that the police and the feds know about Signal, and unless it's on a a certain server that has a VPN. There's like one or two that really work well with Signal. That's the way that they're not going to be found, because a lot of those Signal things can still be seen.
As soon as I see that on somebody's phone, I'm like, yep, there's something sneaky.
Exactly. I mean, there are like
encrypt all your messages unless you're saying something you're not supposed to say.
a lot of the people that are like, I was at a presentation a week ago about child trafficking and human trafficking in New England, and they're saying that most of the trafficking in our area, they are using Signal, but they're also finding the people. So obviously they're able to get into some of that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like New England's not, a lot of people think of it and they don't think of this crazy stuff, but there is a lot of corruption in the police forces in New England. However, the police didn't party in a house and then go drag John O'Keefe out there. Like, it's a very tight brotherhood, and they wouldn't have just left him out there. You know what I mean? Like, it's a very fishy, it's far-fetched.
I know. I mean, if he was going to kill him, wouldn't they go drop him off somewhere else to make it look like somebody else did it? Why would they put him right in the front yard? Being police that investigate themselves, they would know that they would get caught.
And it's very obvious. Like, you don't see that type of weird stuff going on in police. You see police like hooking up with prostitutes and trading.
Yeah, that happens.
You know,
People, they're
favors
human,
for
they're
whatever. That's
What do you think?
see more.
What do you think about the guy not coming out the house though? Like the turtle people say that, you know, he didn't come out and even look and there's a fallen officer in his yard. He never went out to render aid, try to help him go outside the house. You don't find that odd?
No, I don't. But the reason I don't is because it was a cold snowstorm night. And I don't know if you've been to New England in snowstorms, but a lot of people are looking at it and they're like, oh, it was like 18 inches of snow, but that's a regular snowfall in New Hampshire and in Mass. However, the temperatures were so low that night, people don't go to their windows, especially like that wasn't a brand new house. The windows looked nice, but they were probably like from the early 2000s, you know, not brand new windows, double paned at least. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of things you got to think about. They were all drunk. Did they pass out?
That's what I was
and
thinking.
He's a police officer.
Drunk.
And he also knows, though, as a police officer, he's not, you don't walk onto a scene like that unless you're asked to. So he was in the house. The people that were outside investigating, they should have knocked on the door. If they did, I mean, we don't know. There's still stuff that we don't know.
Yeah.
And they're saying, oh, nobody talked. But you're not going to walk out of your house. If someone shot someone outside of your door, you're not going to walk outside and be like, oh, hey, hi, can I help you?
Yeah, but once
Whether
the
you're
killer
a
was
paramedic
gone,
or
once the
anything.
killer were gone and the paramedics were outside, I would go out there.
I don't know. So I personally wouldn't, but I mean, you know, I don't know. I guess everyone's going to have their own feeling about that, but I think that it's not all that odd, to be honest, because in New England, especially in the part of Boston I lived in, Southie, you keep to yourself. You don't get involved in things when things are happening. Excuse me. So I don't find it super odd. I know some people do. And then, like, I think a lot of people are also hearing these other filler words, like the lady that called and talked about Melanie Little's YouTube channel. Like you said, she's not in a courtroom. She's an actor, and she has a YouTube channel. I used to enjoy her show, but I think she jumped into conspiracy theories too much in recent, probably like 3 months, 4 months, with that New York guy, and then this case. Excuse me.
Yeah, I just disagree about the dog bite. So she's over there saying that's a dog.
Yeah.
I already know I don't agree with what she's saying now.
I don't agree with it. And if you ever look at, like, if you ever watch a video, I know you do, and you've seen enough things, right? But like the trauma from falling like that, and he had a jacket on, like, did his jackets have pins? Was it the glass? Was it the, bumper? Was there ice? Because it had already iced and snowed before that. So we already had buildup on the ground, and that gets sharp, Could any of that have cut him as well? There was so many different situations, I guess. You know what I mean? Like, it seems more reasonable to me that he got hit. A lot of people aren't going to like us for saying that because there's a lot of people that are yelling for Karen Reed.
I mean, I don't know if they have enough proof to convict her. I've always thought she hit him, but I just don't think they have enough to convict her because he could have walked out there and fell. You know, I mean, nobody's seen it. How do we know he got hit by?
It really could have been an accident. It really could have been.
And nobody,
but the behavior and
everybody's getting blamed.
Right, and the behavior and the actions afterwards, that's what makes it suspicious. Like, if you say, oh, I hit him, like, and you know, she said to her dad she thought she hit something.
Yeah.
So she acknowledged it, but then she lied to the police. If she had just said, I thought I hit something, this whole situation would be a lot different. She wouldn't be getting charged with the charge she is now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think it's going to be very easy for them to convict her on a lesser charge.
I would have thought so too. The manslaughter would have been easy. But hey, I appreciate you calling in.
Absolutely. I'll send you guys a message too. So
all right,
you can get your lunch when you're up there.
All right, you be good. Peace.
You too. Peace. Bye.
Okay. So a lot of different opinions. Phone. Here. Dolly.
Hey, it's Earthquake again.
Okay, what's up?
I wanted to tell you what I forgot about. Right now, my ex-husband, he has 4 pit bulls, part mastiff, and he's in the ICU, and he's already had 4 surgeries and skin grafts, and he's not doing too well. So I just would like to ask turtle prayers.
Turtle prayers. Okay, we'll throw you some turtle. Now, what did you say? Your husband?
My ex-husband.
And he got bit by a bull massive?
4 of them. His own dogs.
Oh Lord.
We think one of the dogs went in heat, and it started a big thing, and he tried to. Yeah, he tried to intervene, and they all attacked him, and they had to. I don't know if they shot the dogs or if they euthanized them or what happened. All I know is right now he's in the hospital and ICU.
God. Okay. Well, prayers. I hope he gets better. That's terrible. This lady just called in and said dogs don't kill people. I'm like, I don't know, man. The dingo stole the baby. There's all kinds of reports of dogs and coyotes and all kinds of shit killing people. So to act like a medical examiner ain't never seen a person attacked by an animal is crazy to say that. They go to school and they study all different types of animal attacks and bites and things of that nature.
Well, he's raised these dogs from puppies, and he doesn't let them eat dog food. He cooks for them.
Okay.
And he gets off work. He takes 2 hours in cooking for them before he even eats himself, and feeds his dogs. They're, it's just that, I don't know how many females he had, but he loved his dogs, and he's heartbroken. But
I hope he gets better.
Yeah. So turtle prayers, and that's what I wanted to say.
All right, Sweet Leaf, you be good. We'll throw you some turtle prayers.
Thank you. Bye.
All right, peace. Okay, see, look, this man got attacked by 4 mastiffs. And to think people, a medical examiner wouldn't be an expert in animal attacks and bites like that, I'm sure they see more dead bodies than us YouTubers. Okay. Dolly.
Hey, Dolly, what's up?
What up? Who's this? Where you calling from?
It's Brenda from Wisconsin.
Brenda, come on down. You the next contestant on Dolly.
What the hell have you got yourself into tonight, buddy?
Yeah, well, there's a lot of mixed opinions on this one. A lot of people think, free Karen Reed, and there's the whole she did it movement. So
I'm thinking some are drinking the wrong kind of water.
Maybe, they seem very passionate about it, either way, if they're wrong or right. At least they're passionate people.
Yeah. I'm sort of leaning on the side that you are. I actually think she did it, but for me, I don't think she meant to do it. I think it was an accident.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think it was an accident. She may not even know she hit him.
She was drunk. She probably didn't.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. Because they was out partying that night. They were arguing, and when she backed up to get out.
Here's the thing: in the pictures, the images they had from the bar, they wasn't fighting. They were hugged up. He had his arm around her. They looked like they were getting along in the pictures. So somewhere between that ride from the bar into that house, they would have had to start fighting because they looked like they were getting along fine before that.
That's what I was thinking too. But I guess it's just anybody's guess. But I feel sorry for the policeman that lost his life.
Definitely.
Just a sad situation all the way around.
Yeah, for sure.
But even with them being policemen, they shouldn't have been out drinking and driving. They know better.
I said the same thing. All of them have a little bit of a drinking and driving problem. Now, we know John O'Keefe, and I don't want to say nothing because he's a dead man. He was a police officer. He took an oath to serve and protect, and that's 24 hours a day. He should have told Karen Reed, hey, we need to get an Uber. He should have did the right thing. And now I can't say other cops were driving, but I think they were too. So you got all these cops drinking and driving around there, but yet pulling people over and putting them in jail for drinking and driving while they're doing it. That's police corruption. That is bad.
Yeah.
I mean, now, did they kill somebody? No, I don't think they did that, but there is some bad police shit going on. I'll give y'all that. And that's why I think so many people are willing to get behind the Turtle Boy shit. One, he's a scumbag, but there is some police corruption going on in there. It ain't as big as they think it is. It could be, but I don't think in that case that's the situation.
I really don't either, Dolly. But there is corruption all over. Now, I'm not going to tell you the little small town I'm from, okay?
Okay.
But I used to work at this factory.
Uh-huh.
With the little fella and his sister, both. He was in the Marines. Sweetheart of a man. Well, he took a year off. He'd been in there like, 10, 12 years.
Uh-huh.
He just took a break from it, and he was going to go back.
Uh-huh.
But he do his 10, 20-mile run every day after work. Well, he went in the house one day, and it was hot, August, and he went and sat at the dinner table with his mom and dad to eat dinner.
Uh-huh.
And now his dad was a mean son of a bitch. He was mean.
All right, who are we talking about? I'm lost on who we're talking about.
Just a minute, and you'll know.
Okay.
We're talking about corruption here.
Okay.
And I 100% fact it does happen. Is it happening in this case? I don't know. I wasn't there. But I do know for a fact this did happen. The man got mad at his son for sitting at the kitchen table without a shirt on.
Uh-huh.
Now, mind, he just ran 20 miles.
Okay.
They got the argument. He left the house. When he went to step back in the house, he took one step in the house, and his dad shot him right between the eyes. He dropped dead right there.
Uh-huh.
Not one day did that man spend in prison.
What?
Not one day did that man go to jail. His brother came from one state to another state, took his ass out of there. Not one day did he spend in jail. So, yeah, there is corruption in every state.
Oh, I understand that.
And there was a man that had a secretary. Now, this is in the same state.
Okay.
Wanted to have an affair with her. She wouldn't do it. She loved her husband. He lay-waited where she was going to go home to meet her husband for lunch. Him and his son. I'm not going to say how old his son was, but he was underage.
Uh-huh.
Lay-waited that woman. Well, he tried to get his son to kill that woman, and he couldn't do it. So the man shot her in the back of the head, killed her instantly, and he got it for office. And you tell me that ain't corruption?
Like,
now I'm telling you the truth.
Corruption.
And I'm just wondering if they're not corrupt up there and shit like that is happening too, Karen. You know, I swing both ways.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
you know, like I wasn't there.
Are they murdering corrupt? That's the question. Are they murdering corrupt, or are they just corrupt, doing dirty stuff, and not murdering people? I think that's the question. But look, hey, I appreciate you calling.
Thank you, buddy. And you're up to 8 Diet Cokes right now.
Okay, I got you.
Bye.
All right, peace. Okay, so 8 Diet Coke. Dolly.
Hi.
Hey.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I hear you great.
Oh, good. I'm coming in the back of a truck.
You're in the back of the truck. You ain't been kidnapped, are you?
Yeah, no.
Okay, you can just
I
stay
just wanted
safe
to,
word, like say like pineapple if you're in danger at any point.
Okay, I will.
Okay. So who's this? Where you calling
Okay.
from? We already know you're in the back of a truck.
Yeah, I'm on the freeway somewhere in, I think we're in Ohio.
Oh.
Anyways, yeah, driving on the freeway. I wanted to bring up a few things that I haven't heard anybody bringing up.
Okay.
And one of them is they were tipped to Brian and his nephew.
The police were tipped to Brian and his nephew?
Her lawyers were. Her lawyers said that when he came back to his office right after getting the case, that he was tipped off by a coworker of Brian's to look into Brian and his nephew. That to me was, okay, they're tipped.
So okay, go ahead.
Yeah, the one lawyer had said they were tipped, and to me that kind of speaks of motive. They would have to know. It was another coworker, he said, so it's got to be another cop.
Yeah, but didn't they?
Tip them.
Didn't they say that he left right before they got there, before this happened? And what motive?
I'm sorry.
The nephew.
Oh yeah, well, see, that's the other thing. The plow driver also saw another vehicle that night that resembled Karen's car, but it was the nephew's car, parked in an area right by where he was hit. And the thing that bothered me with the dog is, first of all, where is the dog? Second of all, why are they trying to cover the records of the dog?
I mean, because the dog has probably bit a bunch of people, and they're trying to say it's dog bites, but it's not dog bites.
I think it's dog scratches.
And you know that dog bites the shit, probably bit the shit out of a bunch of people in its police career. They probably done bit more asses than you can count.
Exactly, but in a cop investigation of another cop's life, that would be stuff you would want to bring up, I would think. You don't want to hide the dog as versus another a cop that died.
Even if he got in a fight with the nephew, why would the dog be attacking him?
Because I believe that I don't believe that it was attacking him. I believe maybe somebody was holding him off the dog. I'm not sure why, but I think the scratches were because the dog was excited in the fight as well. I don't know. But I do think also, like there was the library had, according to the defense attorneys, it had footage of her showing up. It was a camera by the library.
Yeah, I heard about the camera, and they're missing a piece of it.
What they thought would be her going back.
Yeah, I understand that. I heard the exact same thing. That is odd.
Yeah, and they're trying to get the original film because they wanted that. Okay, so and then let me see one more thing.
But how do you plant? I got one question. How do you plant the tail light piece out there in the snow, like they're saying, with the police and the media and things like that out there? How do they plant the tail light for all the people there?
As the lead investigator, who would be out there until you got there? He's a lead investigator. He's the main guy. They're not going to be out there without him, I wouldn't think. Maybe they were, but if they originally thought that she just ran him over. I mean, and I really do question the injuries. A lot of people saying that you can get that kind of injuries, but I mean, 2 black guys, both of them.
Yeah,
it just seems weird to me.
Oh,
and then his knuckles.
Any head injury like that will cause your eyes to black. Blunt force trauma.
Yeah, that's what I was hearing.
Yeah, And let's just say, what if he just fell? What if he slipped on some ice and just fell and the cuts are from the glass and shit? He rolled around her and then he passed away. What if nobody did it?
Well, then why didn't that cop go outside when they found him?
Maybe he was drunk.
They weren't trying to look for him after when they were looking. Well, the other thing is nobody in the house saw him when they left.
Well, let's just
The plow driver did.
If he stayed up drinking all night, would you want to go outside drunk with your coworkers out there?
If my coworker was dead on the ground, you bet I would be out there.
I would go out there too. That's hard, you know. I even say I would go out there, but that still don't mean they killed him. Still don't mean they killed him. They really had no motive. There's really no motive for the.
I don't think they put him out there. I think that he walked out there and fell. That's what I think. I think he walked back out and fell because of his injuries. But that's just my own speculation. I have no reason to think that. But also, the cop not going inside the house
if they
anything.
Let's just say they did get in a fight. They got in a fight. His nephew punched him in the face a couple of times. He walks outside. He slips on ice, falls, hits his head, and dies. Is that their fault then?
No, but it's their fault for trying to frame a woman.
I mean,
you know,
I'm not saying that happened, but I'm saying I don't think that happened.
Yeah, it wouldn't be their fault, but I don't think that I think that's why at first it was okay till they realized he was laying there, not, oh my God, we didn't kill him, did we? That's what I think. That's just my speculating, you know.
Yeah.
After that, because I don't know any of that. But I really think the fact that they were tipped to him in the first place, that bothers me.
Well, his nephew might be a hoodlum. You know what I'm saying? But that don't mean he killed anybody. Just because you got a reputation doesn't mean you did something.
Yeah, but I mean, I also don't think just because she was asking the next day if she hit him or not, she was also drunk the night before. I'm not saying she's likable, but I'm saying that she was drunk the night before, and she sounded more like she was asking and saying she hit him, because why else would she think he was laying there? I mean, realistically, from her side, why would she think he was laying there still? You know, it could easily make somebody that was drunk think they hit him.
Well,
you know, that would be easy to convince. And I do think that search was made at 2:47, and I think that's another, you know, slam dunk. The dog being missing, the fact he pulled up his flooring off the, you know, after that was happened, and they kind of suspect it happened down in the basement. Missing flooring, and you know, that kind of that always throws me for a loop right there. I mean, he's got to know even that would look guilty. Why would I do that right then when there was an, you know, investigation outside my house?
If you
and then he sold his
house, like I'm renovating my house right now. So if somebody died in my front yard, and then I was throwing.
Yeah, but I think that. So I think the FBI is involved also because of things like that, and I think they're involved because, like, where is the dog? Nobody knows where the dog is. Why can't you bring the dog?
What do you need the dog for if it ain't dog bites? And you got
the defense wants him. The defense wants him.
Yeah, but what's he going to tell him? He's going to sit in court and bark. Brr, I did it.
No. They want him to compare. They want to see if that was. Oh, well, that's what I was going to tell you. Another thing about the dog bite. And the defense has an expert who's from San Bernardino, California, and he is one of the top medical examiners. That he swears that's exactly what it is. It's dog.
Oh God! And he's a top medical examiner.
Well, I mean, he is for San Bernardino. Yeah.
Let him get bit by a dog one time. A dog.
I mean, okay, I'm from a petting zoo. We had like all kinds. I mean, there's leopards, servals. I mean, we had it all, and I could see those are animal wounds. To me, they're just scratches. They look like scratches to me. Like, you know, there's 3, and then you see 3 again, same pattern type of. Look at the scratches again, and just maybe kind of look again. The prosecution never even addressed it. They kept giving different reasons for it. Why they thought it was during the grand jury, they didn't really come up with an answer.
I mean,
and the defense was, you know.
We could debate that all night if it's dog wounds.
I know exactly. I just wanted to make sure you knew that they were tipped off. That was the main thing that I haven't heard people mentioning. There's other things, but it's not really important. I appreciate you taking the time to listen to both sides because
it ain't no problem. It ain't no problem. I like, you know, I keep an open mind to everything. Convince me of something, maybe I'll believe. Maybe I won't. You know, so. But you have a good night. It was good talking to you.
All right. Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right. Peace. Yeah, I mean, if you just start remodeling your house, so what? If you what are you not supposed to fix your house because somebody died? Like, look, I'm in the middle of remodeling. I done did like some parts of my house, but I still got some of the studio I'm about to redo. I'm gonna be down a couple days too when I do the studio. I'll probably just do some stuff from my laptop for a few days because I'm redoing the studio, the floors, everything in here, the walls, everything's gonna be new in here. And so like just say you went outside and died tomorrow in my front yard. Hopefully none of y'all do that. I mean, I'm still gonna remodel my house. You know what I'm saying? I'm still ripping the floors out. They're gonna be like, Dolly killed him. Look, he's ripping the floors out. He got rid of Lolo. When I get rid of my dog, when I get rid of the little dog here, little Loey. Hey Lolo. Lola, were them dog bites? Were they? She's like, you woke me up for this shit. You woke me up. Are them dog bites, Lolo? Are they dog bites? Lolo says definitely not dog bites. Them dogs didn't do it unless they had no bottom jaw. Okay, because I've been bit by Lolo and she leaves top teeth marks and bottom teeth marks, and she's a little dog. Okay, so a big dog has a top jaw and a bottom jaw, just like little dogs do. Right? Isn't that right, Lolo? And the medical examiner said it was doggy bites, and it won't. Okay. Lolo did not attack John O'Keefe. Okay. The dog is not responsible. Don't be trying to blame it on our canine fur babies. That is from that dude laying on the ground. And when he got hit, he didn't die immediately. So, you know, he was probably rolling around. Upchurch just posted a video. Super chats aren't showing up, says Crazy Nurse. What do you mean they're not showing up? So I don't believe it to be something of that nature. Lolo is the cutest ever. It's a given. The vein will include owning a dog, even been bit by a dog, etc. Well, some people don't think, you know, the medical examiner is going to know a dog bite from some other type of wound, and they definitely do. I mean, they go to school. I hope they do. I hope the medical examiner ain't just a big dum-dum. They let anybody do it. Be like, who wants to be a medical examiner? And somebody goes, they'd be like, all right, Dolly, you medical examiner. Nobody wants to deal with the dead bodies anyway. Man, we got San Diego. I sent a super chat, but it's not showing. I don't know why that would be. Not at all. Usually when you do something like that, it usually shows up. What did it say? Did it take your super chat and not pop up? There you go. Turtle Gang right there checking. It's popping up. You must just not have hit send, or your bank account's on E. You got to check it. Okay. I see right there. Turtle Gang just hit one right there. It's showing up. It took it and paid it, but not showing. I don't know why that would be. Well, thank you for your super chat, Crazy Nurse. And thank you, Turtle Gang. This is awesome of you guys. Don't forget, you just tuning in, hit the like. It has really been helping in the algorithm. Okay. Y'all hitting that like button. Y'all leaving comments after the videos have really been helping. Okay. So they're starting to share this face all over the place. And that's because of thanks to you guys. And we're not actually too far from hitting 32,000. So if you're out there watching in the ether, make sure you sub up the channel, give the video a like, and all that good stuff you're supposed to do as a viewer. Dolly, it was $1,000. It was not no $1,000. Stop playing. You can't even send $1,000 up here. I'd be doing the Dolly happy dance. I'd be like, whoop, whoop. See? Short Legs just gifted $1 membership. Make sure if you got a membership tonight, you thank the person that gave it to you. And thank you guys for everybody that's been liking the videos. Seriously. And for everybody that's been gifting and sharing and caring and rocking with the Dolly. You think she's guilty? Do I think she's guilty? I can't win imagine you think she's guilty. Well, I don't know. I'm just saying there's possibilities. I think there's better possibilities to argue that he fell if I would tell my defense team, instead of doing this big conspiracy that the cops are bad, because then you got to prove all these cops are bad, is that he possibly fell. And just like I said, the cuts are from him rolling around on the ground hurt, and he dropped that glass that he was drinking, and he laid there and died. I think that's a better defense than the fucking cops in the house did it. Okay, I would rather go into court arguing, hey, he I didn't do it. It's icy outside. He fell, maybe possibly fell and hurt himself, but I never hurt that man. And then, argue the taillight like she's doing. I broke the taillight out and I was there, so maybe the taillight pieces fell out there. But that don't mean she hit him there and the taillight pieces broke there. What if the taillight broke somewhere else and the pieces fell out there? There's always that argument. And I've told people, I was like, if I was on a jury and you came to me with the evidence they're presenting right now, just what we're hearing right now, I could not send Karen Reed away for second-degree murder. I couldn't. You cannot prove to me she did it on purpose. Not yet. Okay? Dolly, did you hear about the woman who stabbed her boyfriend 100 times? She got 2 years probation. That's crazy. You put tears, but I'm thinking you meant years. She got 2 years probation. No, I don't think I heard about that. But that just, look, nobody stabbed me. Okay, that's the main thing. No stabbing Dolly. How did the punk get in his boxers with his shoes, belt, hoodie? Now they're saying there's plastic particles on them from the tail light. I don't know. I just don't know. Is that going to be enough? Okay. Is that going to be enough to convict this lady? I think not. But I tell you who is going to jail is Turtle Boy. Okay. Hashtag save crazy nurse from YouTube. All right. So Turtle Boy, I don't think with all the felonies he's done and all the stuff that's like out there on him videotaped that he's done, I think this man's going to end up a convicted felon. I don't think he's going to go to prison for a long time. I think he's going to do another year in jail. He's going to do at least a year in jail. I know that. He's going to do a year in jail. They'll do that before he almost goes to court. It'll keep getting continued. Back. Dolly. Hello. Going once. Going twice. No sale. Okay, I don't know who it was. They wasn't talking. But where was I at? Turtle Boy, I think he's going to do at least a year. They're not going to let him out while Karen Reed is still going through trial because he's made a circus of it. Right? So you think they're going to let him out right before the trial happens so he can continue the circus? No, they're going to find a reason. They're going to make up something. You watch. They're going to be like, oh, well, it got pushed back. The witness couldn't appear. The DA has something. It's going to be something. I sent 5 Turtle in court today, and his prosecutor was not prepared with case or discovery. I know that dude went back to jail for 30 days. Okay. You think that was planned? They know what they're doing. Here's the thing in this world, people. There's some people you're better off not messing with. All right. There's some people you're better off messing with. When you start messing with people that ain't playing with you and they got more power in this world than you, I ain't talking about just money. I'm talking about power. There's a difference. You can have money and have no power. But when you got power, you want to mess with people that have power when you got none. That's bad decision making right there. Just really, really bad decision making. And when you start attacking people like that, you got to know that they're going to strike back. And can you beat these people? Nah. I don't fight with the police like that. I ain't trying to argue with no police like that. you start accusing police and stuff of crimes they didn't commit, they coming for you. That's what I feel bad for the dude. You know, I know karma got him, right? But I always say, I don't wish jail or death on anybody. Jail is fucking miserable. It is absolutely miserable. If anybody tells you anything different, they lying to you, or they ain't a good person. They're institutionalized. You get a decent person, you put them in jail, and they come out and tell you that ain't the most miserable shit they ever experienced in their life. They're absolutely lying to you. It is miserable as shit. Worst experience in your life. I know what he's going. He's probably sitting there crying, broke down, and you got to be really tough and mentally strong. That's where you got to be just like, that's where it got to kick in. I had to literally mentally prepare myself before I got, you know what I'm saying? Because you got to be ready. See, what he did is be a big sissy. But any other situation, you got to get ready to be a warrior. You know what I'm saying? And I never seen that in him, and I knew he was going to jail, right? I was like, yo, bro, this don't do crime if you ain't a criminal. If you ain't built for it, don't do it. Jail is that bad when you're in a cell with 15 people to talk to play cards with, watch TV. It is that bad. Imagine being in a cell by yourself 23 hours a day with not a soul to talk to, not nothing to look at. It is the boringest shit. It is almost inhumane. It will break the best person, strongest willed person. That's why when I got locked up, I'm like, take me to the back. I don't care if it's 100 gangsters. I don't care if we got a fight. It will entertain the mind. When you stop, as human beings, we are social creatures. You might not know it, but take your socialness at the YouTube and talking to people, and you put you in a box for 15 days can make you halfway crazy. Okay. And that's just for 15 days. They're passing laws against locking people in rooms like that for certain amounts of time, only letting them out 1 hour because people are going crazy. And you already hear this dude beforehand talking about he's hearing voices and he's walking in traffic. What do you think he's doing when he's sitting in that room by himself at night and them demons are talking to him? That shit's real. Them demons don't go away when you get locked up. They're right there with you. So I know he's battling that, you know. So you come out there and you're locked in a cell and he's trying to talk all gangster and shit, but you're not out there with the pop. You're not in Gen Pop. You're not walking around with the inmates living the normal miserable ass life. You made your time even more miserable. Okay. And he makes it out be like, well, yeah, you know, like it ain't nothing. But that's when he walks out in front of people. That's when he walks out in front of them cameras. But when he's sitting there by himself at night, he's thinking every regret, every fucking thing he moved that he did bad in his life is pounding him. It does it to everybody. He's no different than anybody else. He has the same type of demons that come for you. Like everybody knows they're going to come for you. And when they come for you the worst is when you boxed in by your damn self. So I feel bad. I'm like, dude, bro, you could have avoided it. He had made a lot of money, even as a scammer. Like if he was a scammer, I'd be like, yo, bro, get out. You know, he just got greedy. And look, he don't look. He's thinking he's banking. And right now he is. He's like, you figure between his YouTube and the 108,000 people donated, he's way up. He's way up, right? But what he ain't realizing is they're going to sue him. This is just the first step. This is just the first slap. They ain't even hit him with the right. This is the jab. The money is the right hook because he did this for money. Okay, the jail. I do 90 days right now for $108,000 plus my YouTube money. Shit, lock me up. It's the same with him, but he don't realize civil suits do them in because then it comes with a bag. Dolly.
Yeah, you don't know what you're talking about, but
yeah.
Why don't you follow some of the story before you know, I like your show. I think it's funny, but you didn't follow like the past few months at all, man.
What do I need to follow? Why don't you fill me in? You're here. Fill me in. What am I missing?
Well, they like produced multiple checks, not only to Karen Reed, but to the lady that lost her job for she ran a plate for Turtle Boy.
Yeah, I remember that. She
they
got
gave her I think
yeah.
$8,000, and they're still one of the people that what's his name, the young jerks guy there. He's still collecting money for both of them. Turtle Boy's made a ton of money. Don't get me wrong, but you know he's been around 10 years. I mean, you may know that, but and this is he broke a lot of big stories. This is the biggest one, but he did a ton of work. But he did donate a ton of money. I don't think he's going to get in trouble for money. I don't think he's that stupid. He's done some stupid things at this point. Yes.
Well, I think he got in trouble because of money.
No,
now,
not at all. Not at all.
You don't think he's doing this for money?
I'm sorry?
You don't think he's doing this for money at all? Why do you think?
No.
Why do you think he's selling free Karen Reed shirts? They don't give Karen Reed any of the money.
He does. He gives He does. He said from the get go that the.
I seen him say he ain't giving nobody shit. I heard it out of his own mouth.
No, you're correct for the merchandise.
Yeah, but how the fuck? What if I sold a shirt right now with your name and picture on it and didn't give you a fucking penny of it?
Yeah, but
you wouldn't say Dolly's in it for the money at that point. You'd be like, damn, this dude didn't even break me off.
Yes, but I mean, he had a party where they collected like $17,000 for the thing.
I ain't saying the man can't do some good. I'm just saying he's done a lot of horrible things.
But hey, I just don't understand how much you follow him also. Like, but he writes multiple blogs daily.
I don't follow the man a ton. I'll be honest with you, I don't.
If anything, I think he has been too into this, and it's created problems for her at this point. But he broke this case, I mean, he brought all the attention to it. They were going to sink her. She's innocent, man. I mean,
it's debatable. I can't say she's innocent, but I will say it's debatable.
It's very debatable, though, And I'm just realizing you're not on live right now. I apologize.
No, I'm live right now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's not debatable at this point, I mean, when it's no, you see a body in the, I mean, the head detective. Right? Do you know anything about this? The head detective Proctor from the DA's office. He was in the guy's wedding. Whose yacht he was in.
Yeah, the family, the sister is friends with this one. Yeah, I seen the whole video on Court TV where they were connecting everybody to each other.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, he did a good job with that.
Yeah, I seen.
And then and then the DA's fighting the DA. Fired the U.S. District Attorney's wife. I'm talking about at this point. So the DA of Norfolk County, the head Mass DA, whatever you call it. No, the USDA. Am I right with that? It was that Rachel Rawlins before him.
Well, I thought they said they were investigating the case, but not the prosecutor.
Oh no, that he's going down because
that ain't what they're saying. They're saying they're just investigating the case itself, what transpired in the investigation of the Karen Reed case, but the prosecutors.
Well, you're correct, but you're correct, and you know, they want Turtle Boy's in there because they don't want they want to shut him up because he's just causing more havoc. But
I mean, he's a
they're
sex goblin.
investigating.
He's a sex goblin, man. What do you think a sex goblin's going to do?
What's that?
He's a sex goblin.
A sex goblin?
Yeah, that's what he said. He said that in front of a school that he was a sex goblin.
I don't know what that means.
He's a pope. He's the pope. You know what a pope is?
A pedophile?
No, he said
Didwell?
No, he said he was the pope. That he was a sex goblin.
I mean, he says I don't know what that means. No, but I mean,
And
he also
he would rather sleep with a dog than a cat.
No.
I mean, that came out of
He
his
got
mouth. I mean, I ain't making it up. I'm just telling you. I'm just repeating what the man said.
But I mean, he got caught cheating on his wife. He got caught fucking banging that state trooper.
Why wasn't he at home on Christmas?
He was banging abroad. That got him arrested.
He said he wasn't worried about his kids at 3 a.m. I'm gonna wear a shirt when I go to court. Where were your kids at 3 a.m.?
Oh, I know. No, yeah. No, but honestly, that douchebag set him up, and he was banging her for 4 months. You know, he went over there because she said she was pregnant, but he wanted to meet her in the.
But you know what? Even if he wasn't doing wrong, karma bites you in the ass. Life, when you do dirty in this world, it always comes back to get your ass.
Oh, I mean, he's been fucking with people for years.
You know, what do you think was going to happen to him? Even if he didn't get punished for the shit, he's getting punished for everything he did right now.
Yeah, but he's been fucking with people that have done wrong. You know, I'm just saying.
Yeah, he's
please
mess with people that's done no wrong too.
He's never been charged with any wrong. He's been brought to court many times and always won. So
I mean, being a shitty person ain't against the law.
He's just controversial or
shitty. There's a close line in between. Controversial. I do things that people may say is maybe a little disruptive. Shitty is you standing outside the school screaming you a sex goblin.
He's not a queer. I know that.
I'm not saying he's a queer. I'm saying he was standing out in front of a school saying he was a sex goblin. Like he's just not a good spokesperson.
He does say inappropriate things. Yeah.
No, he's just not a good spokesperson. If Karen Reed was going to pick a spokesperson, she could have picked. She'd been better off. The blonde.
Supposedly they've never talked to each other.
Oh no, they talked. They've talked.
That's what they're going through now. Yes, but please, just my name's Pete. Just go back and watch some of the old ones from the beginning of this. And I'm gonna start watching your show, man.
All right, Pete. It was good talking to you, man.
All right, brother. I'll call you another time.
All right, peace.
All right, buddy. Bye.
I don't mind debating it with you. I'm not gonna argue and fight with people about things, even if we disagree on things. I just agree to disagree with you. You know, there's a fine line between controversy and being a bad human being, right? I'm saying people make mistakes. Sometimes a good person can be a bad person. Even me, right? I fuck up sometimes. I snap. But when you do it all the time and you just got a history of doing it every time it's something bad, foul, disgusting out your mouth, then you like, what can I expect? I just think you're a bad person. Now, is that a persona he puts on the internet? And then when he gets off of it, he's a good dude? I mean, I don't know. I don't think so. What the things I hear this guy say, it's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. Taking money, saying you ain't giving up none of the money. Now, I don't know. Maybe he has raised money. I don't know everything Turtle Boy does, and I don't hate Turtle Boy. Okay. I just don't like his actions. I think Karen Reed needs a better spokesperson. That the Turtle Riders, they need to rise somebody up. And let me tell you that the people y'all holding kind of high right now, y'all ain't doing much better than Turtle Boy. Okay. Let the little blonde-haired lawyer chick run the crew. Okay. That's what I suggest. The one that everybody's like, Dolly, you got to check this girl out. You got to check her out. She said it's dog bites. At least she's can talk. She's pretty. She ain't going to say nothing too crazy. Let that bitch run the crew. Okay. Right now, whatever Turtle Riders y'all picked are wrong leaders. Y'all got a bad problem about picking the wrong people. Let the little girl, blonde chick run the show or something, because y'all got shit like you following these weirdo dudes like Baby Gap be e-jacking. This man literally sends his pictures to naked men, to other men, right? Paid money, hold on, to try to see pictures of me nude. Okay, now this is the people that y'all are watching. I have no ill will towards any of these people, but I just want you people to know that y'all are picking some fucking weirdos, like official weirdos, like people that say the most foul, disgusting things about women, people that are using porn as revenge, dudes that are sending inappropriate pictures. Like, Dolly.
I was wondering where you heard that thing about him being a sex addict.
What?
Where did you get that?
That video, I just played it, where he was saying it, where he was standing outside of the school saying he was a sex goblin. Did you not watch it? You can rewind the video.
Let's see it.
I didn't play it. Go back and watch it. I would have to do
outside of his school.
Find it. It's up here. It's in this stream. All you gotta do is rewind the stream, and it plays. He says, "I'm a damn sex goblin."
I was waiting for you to answer the phone. I didn't see it.
Oh yeah, but it's up here. You can go back and I'll see if I can find it for you.
In front of the school he worked at, if you're telling me.
Well, he was out there saying he was the Pope and that he was a sex goblin. What the dude told him, say, "Hey, man,
the school he worked at, he walked into the school and said, I'm a sex addict."
He was outside of it, screaming it, that he was the Pope.
No, I don't believe that.
Well,
I think you may have seen something that was...
Go watch it. I mean, you can go listen to it for yourself. I mean, it's up here. I didn't make it up. Like I do.
People have made videos about him because they don't like him.
Well, I mean, you can't make videos.
I think you may have a different version.
You can't make up things somebody said. It's his voice. It's him saying it. He clearly says, "I'm the Pope. I'm
yes,
a
you can.
goblin."
You can cut and paste stuff all the time.
Okay, so he's.
Of course you can.
So what would he be saying about sex?
Did you find this like on the news? Yeah.
I mean, is it? I don't know. I just know there's a damn video with him coming out of his mouth saying he's the Pope and he's a sex goblin. I mean, if you give me a few minutes, I'll find it for you and play it.
I feel like you need to put a little bit more information into your real stories before you put them out there.
Well, that's your opinion. Everybody's entitled to their opinion.
Great.
You know, but your boy is a sex goblin. I can't help it. I didn't say it. He did. Okay. Praise the Pope. So look, I didn't say the man is a sex goblin. You need more information. I didn't put it out there. He said it. I played the video. Now, if you want to see it, go listen to it. Well, I ain't gonna stop what I'm doing to pull up a video for you, lady. I don't even know who you are. Listen to it. He said it. Dolly.
Hey, Dolly, it's Short Legs.
Hold on, Short Legs. And I left out the part where he was talking about what he would do to a dog. Okay. I just said the sex goblin part. It got worse than that. Hey, Short Legs.
Oh, God.
Yeah. We just talked about the dang.
Gosh, well, what I wanted to call in and say is it seems like callers are calling in and not even knowing what the topic is.
They're mad.
I can't understand that. I just can't understand what's going on tonight.
That shit, I think that was the Jennifer Altman chick right there. She was like, "You don't know what you're talking about. What did he say? What did he do? What did he do?" Like, I didn't make him say that shit. You know, he said that on his own free will.
I know, and somebody's going to try to meet you when you get there. I mean, it's creepy calls tonight, but you got to be careful, man.
And that, you know what I'm saying? I'll be laying in a driveway somewhere.
Yes.
Yeah,
know.
It's a full moon tonight there, Short Legs. It's definitely a full moon. Have you ever you ever ran into a sex goblin out in the real world?
Have I ever ran into a goblin? Sure have.
A sex goblin in the real world.
There are ones I would question would be that.
Okay. Okay. I'm just saying, what color? You know, I know there's the green goblin. I think there's a orange. He's gray. Hey, the gray.
I don't know.
Gray goblin's the green goblin.
No, he's the green goblin. Yes.
There's the green goblin. I think there's like a gold goblin, and then apparently there's a sex goblin.
I've never heard of that.
He's gonna be in the next Spider-Man movie. He's gonna be the next Spider-Man movie.
Some people make up these crazy things that for money. You know, they're doing that stuff for money.
I mean, he's the Pope.
People like him to dress up in all sorts of things.
The man,
you know,
the man said he was the Pope. Okay, he said he's the Pope. I'm trying to find a video now. The girl got me looking for it again.
Well, he might have dressed as anything to get something.
Where is this video? I thought it was number 3.
Holy crap!
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Here's the audio from it. Let me find it.
I'm trying to figure out why he calls himself Turtle Boy.
Listen,
it must have a secondary
hold on, short
message.
Hold on, short legs. I want this lady to hear this.
Yeah.
I am a dignified member of the media. I am Pope Turtle Boy. I am. You're at a school saying you're a sex goblin. Yes, I am sex goblin. That's what they call
Okay, he said you're at a school saying you're a sex goblin. Yes, I am a sex goblin. That's what they call me, lady. Okay, did she hear that? I hope she heard that, short legs.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sure she did.
Okay. Well, he said he was a sex goblin and that he was the Pope, and he's standing in front of a school screaming that shit.
Well, that's why he's in jail.
That's exactly why he's in jail. That's why he did
stuck in there forever.
That's what I'm saying. What normal person does that? He couldn't have thought of nothing else to scream outside of that school than I'm a sex goblin. I'm the Pope. And like, why are you?
I don't know.
Of a school?
You're giving me stomach pain.
You know, the thing is he said something inappropriate to a girl at a game, right? And he had to step down from his job because they were getting ready to fire his ass. So I don't know if this has something to do with that, but the thing is, he's out there screaming at the school while there's kids around. The dude even told him there's kids around. And he's like, yeah, I'm a sex goblin, like some weirdo, creepy stuff. And then you get up on his channel, he's like, Daddy wanna fuck. And this, I'm sorry, short leg. I didn't mean to scare you or nothing. But he's saying crazy things like that. And like, I don't know. He gives me
he likes Daddy a lot.
He gives me creep vibes. Super creep. So
well, he's lost his mind. He snapped. We don't know why people snap, but the guy obviously snapped.
Yes, that's what you call it. I think he got greedy and he was trying to make money, and then when it wasn't going his way, he cries like a little baby. That's what I think. I mean, it's just my opinion. All right, short legs. I got too much longer. It was good talking to you.
I don't know. I just wanted to say that Karen Reed is charged with second-degree murder, and she's out on $50,000 of bail.
I thought it was 80.
No, it's 50.
Because she was asking for money back because she needed to pay her legal team.
Oh, did they give it back to her?
I don't know. I just know she needed it back. She was buying for some money, and I think ain't that funny. Damn Turtle Boy got $108,000. This lady needs money, and he's over there banking off her name. Make sense. All right, short legs. You have a good one.
I don't know.
Peace.
That's too crazy. Okay, peace out.
All right. So yeah, he making bank off these people's names. I believe he's done it for money. And karma's came back and bite him in the ass. You do all this bad stuff, eventually it's going to catch up with you. He's facing 16 felony charges before the indictment. So he got all kind of charges. He thinks he's just going to walk out there, and he did this shit. It ain't like he didn't do it. He did it on a live stream. So this ain't nowhere near the criminal shit. This is just the beginning. After this comes civil suits. He's in worse trouble than Karen Reed. Is how I look at it, because they're going to say he's done this for profit. It is clearly he's done it for profit. He's made a lot of money. He's made money off Karen Reed's name. That's easy to prove. This man's getting a break suit off of him. He gonna need every penny they donate because they're gonna take it. That's all they're gonna do. They're gonna take everything. That's why I was saying that his wife, if that house is in both their names or something, I would get everything out his name because he's getting a break suit off of him. And I'm sure this is over. By this is over, his wife gonna leave him. He ain't gonna have no girlfriends anymore because they all know he's banging all of them. So I think his game is up. And even if they let him out today, after he's done been through that crying for the last month every night by himself shaking like a baby, you think he's gonna get out and keep the same energy he had? Yeah, right. Let's get real. That dude is broke. They broke him. He been broke. He was broke the first weekend when he was laying there shaking, crying. He ain't the same person he was. He ain't gonna keep the same energy. And he got to be an idiot to think they're not coming after the bag. You think they're gonna let him profit all that money and do all this shit and they ain't coming after that when he tried to destroy businesses? There's no evidence that point to the police, and he's done said these people are fucking killers trying to destroy police officers' reputations and things like that. You don't think they're gonna sue him? Dolly.
Hello.
Hello.
Dolly.
Yes.
Hi, this is Misty from Indiana.
Hey, Misty, how you doing?
I'm fine. I was just watching your live. I don't know if you're still live or not, but I just wanted to let you know I was a new subscriber. And I really enjoy your show. I just became a member today, and I think you're awesome.
Thank you. We're still live. You're live with me right now. There's like
Oh,
in the room. Yeah.
So I have a shirt idea for you. Make it make sense.
Make it make sense. That would be a good one.
Make it make sense.
I say it a lot. I say
yeah.
It just don't add up. Maybe I'm bad at math, but this shit ain't calculating in my brain.
No, none of it does.
I like that.
But awesome show.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Peace, Dolly.
All right, peace. You be good.
You too.
All right, guys. That was the last call tonight. I'm closing up the phone lines. So I got a couple minutes to talk to y'all before I get out of here. Thank you for everybody that stopped by, of course. Make sure you hit the like button, even if you hate my face. You may disagree with me, right? And I have no problem with that. All right. You shouldn't have a problem with me disagreeing with you. The truth hopefully will come out. And in the end, we'll see what happens. We'll get to see who's right, who was wrong, and those things. Listen, I don't know if I'm right. I've been wrong before, but I would say my average for being right is way higher than my average for being wrong. I think I'm right about more shit than I'm wrong. Definitely. So, but I could be wrong and you could be right. So there's no real reason to fight. That kind of rhymed. Okay. I should have been a poet and didn't even know it. I should have wrote a Dr. Seuss book. I'd be rich. You wouldn't have to do this YouTube shit. Okay. But it's been fun. I don't know if it's been real fun, but good talk tonight. I'm glad that some people called in with a different viewpoints than me, because then we can really discuss it. Right. If everybody's just an echo chamber, which I hate echo chambers. That's what's wrong with you, Karen Reed people. All you people that run that post over there at Facebook, Justice for John O'Keefe, you're fake as shit. Y'all don't want to have a discussion. Y'all scared of a real talk. Okay. You're scared of it. Duck it, avoid it. That don't change the fact. It don't change. And if you want to be an echo chamber, then be an echo chamber. But that is not what a real person does. People keep an open mind. You see tonight, I let everybody come in and tell me why they thought Karen Reed was innocent. I can't go in a room and tell you why I think she's guilty, because as soon as I do, I get blocked. That's an echo chamber for free Karen Reed. That's it. You can't have a viewpoint. So why act like you're trying to discuss something when you're not? You're just trying to push your view on people. You don't give the other people a chance. My people here tonight got to hear things that why they thought Karen was innocent. I might have laughed at some of it, because I don't believe it, but that's still open to you guys to make your own opinions. I don't decide what y'all think. Some of these people want to decide what you guys think, and I ain't down with that. You can think whatever the fuck you want to think. You're a free human soul. Do what you want to do. Live your best fucking life. Don't drink the Kool-Aid. Dolly loves you, and I'm out.